We are back. For those that are new, welcome to our show. For those that have been here, y'all know how we give it up. But we always have to intro the show, and we intro it like this. Welcome to Good Earners, reviewing The Sopranos. And here on Good Earners, we talk about family, finessing, finances, and feelings in the world of Tony Soprano, bringing you a new perspective, a fly perspective, and a black perspective. These are my brothers here that I record with, Spike and Rich, and I think we all would agree when I say that there's nobody we want to come after where Ralph has been. I think we can all safely agree. Besides, we already took his horse. Spike, hey, Rich.
Tony has some one-liners this episode.
Boy, we got bars this episode. How y'all doing today, man?
Hey, can't complain, brother.
Yeah, man. Always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure being here talking about Sopranos.
Absolutely. Appreciate all the feedback we've been getting over the recent weeks. Y'all keep that coming in, man.
Yes, sir.
Please do, man. It's been cool.
Yeah, speaking of feedback, real quick before Spike gives us a synopsis of the episode we're reviewing, shouts out to Isaac Firestone. That's a dope name right there. He hit us up on IG, and he says, enjoying the pod, only Sopranos podcast that's funny and not corny as shit. I thought that was a fire. I hit him back with like, yo, we appreciate that. And we definitely had our minds on that when we created this. You know what I mean? We wanted to set ourselves apart. So shouts out to Isaac, man. I'm glad he tapped in. And I think we got somebody on YouTube as well that just subscribed and is like, hey, man, I'm enjoying it. So, man, we're loving the feedback, as they said. And we're going to keep on cooking, man. But Spike Lou, what episode are we reviewing today?
Mo, this is episode 9 of season 4, titled Mergers and Acquisitions. And in this episode, fellas, Furio has to go home to take care of some family, his dad specifically, and he gets some great advice. So who's driving Tony now? Mr. Paulie Walnuts himself. Also, Tony wants to continue to fall back from his business-making decisions, and Chris and Seal have to step up. Carm takes her money situation into her own hands after finding something odd in Tony's pants or jacket pocket. And Ralph has a new girlfriend with a great sense of humor. And also, Paulie's mom is having a hard time getting acclimated at the nursing home, Green Grove. So Paulie pulls some strings. And also, Janice has some insight about Ralph's love life. This is season 4, episode 9, Mergers and Acquisitions.
I'm sorry, brother. I got to get you again. It's episode 8.
It's episode 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 8. Okay. Episode 8.
But
the synopsis, that's why I was like, dang, I didn't want to interrupt him because he was killing it. I was like, but that's another one.
I got now, bro.
That's all right, man. But that's another one of those fire Spike synopsis, man. We get into it, man. We at the Sopranos house. Furio, he's still down about his father's cancer, and Carm is touching his shoulder. Another micro flirtation.
They know what they doing, and it's nasty.
Bro, this is nasty work. I can't keep saying it. And so he tries to get like a little sympathy from Tony, but Tony asks if you need some money. Like,
bro, what are you doing here?
Yeah, what you doing?
What do y'all think about this scene, bro?
Well, it's not even just a shoulder touch, man. It's the other subtle things that Carmelo's doing. Okay. Here, I made it with a lot of milk and sugar. It was more comforting in that way, like just small stuff, and
and you're coming back, right?
Exactly. Thank you, Spike. That's exactly what I was about to say. Next, coming back, right? Like just that look that she. Why are you concerned about whether or not he's coming back and touching his shoulders and all that shit, bro? Stop playing with me. Like and what's crazy is you can't even really be mad because his dad has cancer. Like that's something that you would be sympathetic about. But at the same time, you see Tony come down the steps and how they handle things. Like, bro, what you doing here? You need some bread? Like, I don't know what else to tell you.
It's crazy because Tony is genuinely confused though. Like he don't even peep the Carmela thing aspect going on. Like he's genuinely confused, and we understand as the viewers that this nigga only stopped by there with them shirts to see Carmela before he left, and that's why Tony's so shocked. Like, bro, your dad dying, bro. Like, what the fuck is you doing over my house? Totally oblivious to what's going on. That was great.
I didn't even catch that. The fact that like, oh, I got to see you before, because it's like you probably talked to Tony already,
and that's why Tony's so confused. Like, nigga, I got my ride set up and everything, bro. Like, why are you here? Your dad's sick.
Man, that's crazy. The micro flirtations.
Yeah, because that does stand out. Like there's no reason for you to be here, bro. Now I'm confused. Now I got questions.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Now I want to know what's going on. Like, exactly. And that's why you go, and they did a great job of making Tony look like the asshole, being like, but do you need money or something? Like,
I missed something. I thought we already,
I already gave you the blessing to leave. It's important enough where you got to tell me you need to leave and you still here. Like, what are we doing?
I'm about to hit y'all with the first cross reference. It may not be perfect, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm gonna hit y'all with the Space Jam. Be gone, wanna be gone.
Is that the LeBron or the Jordan Space?
That's the Jordan joint. When the Charles Barkley was out there, it's like, this ain't Charles Barkley. This a wannabe. Be gone, wannabe.
I know what you're talking about, but I just think it's hilarious that your first cross references will be Space Jam.
Yeah, that was wild.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm going.
That's Scream Mo, man. That's Scream Maurice.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm very eclectic over here. But we go to the next thing.
Normal cross references The Wire. Let me go to Space Jam. Says,
yeah, man. I'm deep. I'm going deep.
Spike was hilarious, man. Spike was already in that Nashville strip club by the time Space Jam came out.
Oh, facts. That's why I had to ask him.
I forget the name of it.
The Mirage. I had to ask him like which Space Jam was that?
I can't believe he really think he is wild. I like how he does the reverse age joke, like the reverse.
No, I'm dead. No, bruh, I'm dead ass. That shit came out in '96.
No, I know. I mean, I'm talking about Spike. How young he thinks I am. He does the reverse. Age thing. I'm like, bro, I am not. He be treating me like I'm 25. I'm like,
you got a young spirit, bro.
I ain't gonna hold you. Sometimes I do get a little like it gets a little, muffled as far as where you stand. I'm like, damn, because I feel like I was outside a long time, and I'm like, hold on, we would have been in high school together. You would have been a freshman, I think, when I was a senior.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So it's not crazy, but I let Spike get it off. He's doing it great. That's all right. I'm gonna load up with ammo. I'm gonna come up with some age jokes. I just got to think about it a little bit more. But nonetheless, we got Paulie Walnuts and Tony there on the night ride. This is just I love this shot. This is a great shot. I had to make something out of it on IG. But Paulie really presses the issue about his ma at Green Grove. He asking about Furio's dad. Does he wear a bag? And he literally just creating this whole transition to have a conversation about what he was trying to talk about at the Being last episode. And Tony is over it. Tony says, I'll drive myself. Bro, if this ain't the most disrespectful thing for you to be one of his capos and the boss says, I'll drive myself, that's crazy. What do y'all think about this, man? Because there's a lot of little things I took here and a lot of foreshadowing things that I thought about.
Disgusting work by Paulie. Disgusting work. Like one of my pet peeves in a conversation, and when somebody do that, what Paulie did, like totally bring somebody left field just to get you engaged, and then try to take you to what they want to talk about. You're like, bro, where did that come from? Just like Tony was saying, and so yeah, this is. I think. Well, we know what it's laying the root for the rest of the season, but they're doing a great job at it.
100%, man. That is annoying. I said it before on here, man. Say what you mean the first time.
Just tell me direct, bro.
Stop bullshitting me with this little. You think he wears a bag? Like, come on, that pisses me off when you assume that I know you. Who? We ain't even talking about no bag, bro. We ain't even talking about no man.
We say so. Who is he,
bro? Who is he, and what bag are you talking about, bro? Stop it. That shit pisses me off. And then he just starts getting into it. And Tony. So I think I mentioned it last week, man. We all know somebody like Paulie where you love him dearly, but you can only take so much of them, and you know what you're gonna get from them. You accept them flaws and all. You accept all the bullshit they come with. But when they own that bullshit, man, they insufferable. They hard to be around. That's why Tony just had to. There's no punches held. He hit him with the I don't know any other way to tell you. Everybody gonna get old and die. Like, I'm tired of hearing about Green Grove. I'm tired of hearing about your moms. You're talking to a nigga who lost his mom, regardless of what our relationship was.
Yeah,
bruh, I hear you, but I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, not one single bit.
Yeah.
And like you said, Mo, to the point where if a boss say I'll just drive myself, I'd rather drive myself than have you in the car with me. That speaks wonders.
And why you don't got nothing to do? Like, I feel like you ain't earning enough not to have nothing to do, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Why you ain't got nothing to do?
Yeah, and he, Tony. Not Tony, but Paulie got the sass as well. We could talk about anything you like, Tone. Like, all right, bro, you trying to be funny.
Yeah, it's so hard for Paulie because Paulie is already over this. I spoke about it last episode, but like the seed was really sown when we go back to Pine Barrens. What we talked about, that was really where the seed started, and it has sprouted up until this point with all of the things that have happened with Paulie. The foreshadowing that I'm referring to is something that for new listeners and watchers, I'm not going to spoil it for you because you don't necessarily know what I mean. But for those that have already seen it, you know what I mean. But there's a hospital scene, and I'll say that you fellas know what I mean when the hospital scene comes, and now the meter, the blood pressure, and the heart rate starts going up. That is one of those things, and of course, a classic phrase that would tell it all. But I'm not going to tell anything else. But remember when, which is also an episode like that alone. Is like these are things that really I'm gonna use the phrase of Jackie Jr. out of respect for my father. Like, this is really why you're still around, Paulie. And he alludes to that later with the Silvio moment. So it's just a crazy thing. But Tony says, "Nah, I'm good. I'll get my own ride. I got things going on tomorrow." And then we find out that the tomorrow is just him playing golf with his attorney. He just continues to affirm that Chris is the heir to the throne, and he's again isolating himself from it so that he can live to see his grandkids one day. Anything y'all want to add to this golfing scene?
No.
That's it just sets the tone for a lot of this episode. When you see Tone just kind of staring around, looking bored, it stems from this conversation. Like it might be driving me crazy, but I'm gonna listen to my attorney and I'm gonna lay low. And you see him trying to poke his head in and stuff. That's all. That's what this conversation sets up. Just to remind you that Tony's supposed to be in the background.
Great call. And speaking of call, he calls Christopher. And when he calls Christopher doesn't have he has a pen but nothing to write on, so he starts writing on their pillowcase.
Crazy.
Crazy. Disgusting.
I can't believe this man is still functioning at this level. Like, it's crazy. Like,
write on your beater or something, man. Take your beater off and write on the something.
Bro, just write on your hand. That's what
crazy.
That's what white people do. Write on your hand. Like, that's what they do. Like, their skin is light enough. Just write on your hand, bro. I see it all the time.
Not having anything else to write on for me, even before what y'all said, like you ain't got nothing in there, bro. It goes to what we were having a pre-show conversation about being comfortable. Chris is the most comfortable nigga in the world because you could get a call like this at any point in time, and we seen before this nigga was high. Now he's sleeping, ain't got nothing to write on, and Tony ain't trying to wait. It's like, bro, like I told you what I need you to do. You should be you on call, like you're on call, bro, 24/7. Ain't no sleeping, ain't no getting high. Ain't no none of that. You're out of your comfort zone. That shit is over with. And to see that Chris is still operating in that fashion sets up a great scene for a later episode.
Oh, absolutely. It's just so scary to me to know that like all of this pressure of me performing at a high level or even just a regular level, being a mob, but him saying, "Hey, you're gonna take me into the 21st century," and to be this high, like that would, knowing like, bro, we murder people, dude, if we have to. We take from some very important people if we have to. Whatever we got to do, like we are very hated. To know that I got to look over my shoulder and I'm getting high like that, bro, is crazy to me. That is a scary place to be.
Even beyond murder, like you're negotiating big boy deals. Like they're negotiating a deal between the customs people and the unions. Like that's a lot of money that we're talking about, and a lot of people's lives is going to be affected by what Christopher High-Ass is doing.
Man,
I see you with the AKA theme, Good Earners, though, Mo. I just don't notice that.
I was see, look what he did. Look what he did.
I saw everything. I was gonna point something out about it, but I was like, man, I'm gonna let Mo live. I like it. What is it? Is it Mauve? What is that? Mauve?
This that Pusha T right here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. The Mauve.
You dig? You remember that album cover with the 7 joints? Yeah, this that Pusha T right there.
Oh yeah.
That's for the hip hop guy over there.
I like it.
He said, "AK, that's good. That's really good. This guy's good, boy. I gotta get around your family at the barbecue, boy. This guy good. I gotta see y'all Joe because you go crazy with it." Oh man, but what is Tony waiting for in the mall? What is Tony waiting for in the mall?
That nigga bored, bro. He ain't got no action. You ever seen Heat? You ever see the movie Heat, Mo?
That's on my list. It's just a lot of hours to watch.
Man. Yeah, that's crazy. We're not even. I saw Spike's face. We ain't even got enough time to
it's a long enough movie.
Like
Give me a break. I gotta watch it, but it's a long movie, so
it's a classic. I don't care how long it is.
That's where age jokes come in. For our generation, that was a must see.
That movie could be 4 hours long and it'd be phenomenal. That's an incredible movie.
I mean, my whole point is,
Casino dope too. But my whole point is, there's a line in that movie, in the movie Heat, where one of the characters says, "For me, the action is the juice."
Yep.
And that's Tony Soprano right here. Like there's no point of doing this if I can't be involved in the action. Like he doesn't know what to do with all this free time, so he's just trying to kill it at the mall, doing this, that, and the third. When really he just wants to be a part of things. And like I said, we see that continually build throughout the episode when he starts poking his beak into things that he shouldn't be poking his beak into per his attorney.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that they went to the well one too many times on this concept as far as the Tony submersing himself so that he won't get caught and get in trouble. Because they did a whole episode, house arrest, last season. And it's like, and then I feel like they did this the first season too. I don't know if it was Down Neck. It was one of them episodes where it was just kind of like dealing with the mundaneness. Yeah, I feel like they reached to the well one too many times on like these little subtle things. He's bored. I thought we already kind of got the gist that, like you said, for him to act, the juice is the action is the juice. Do y'all feel like they reached to that well too many times?
For me personally, I like this. I like when because people have this misconception about criminal lifestyle, that it's all action all the time, and like niggas will tell you with like trapping is boring. Like you seen that in plenty of movies. Like nigga, you sitting around all day waiting on motherfuckers to come buy drugs from you. Especially if you in a single place where you riding around dropping drugs off all day. The same thing with this, man. Like it's like I run New Jersey, yes, but I have a high enough profile where I can't be in the day to day. So I mean, what do? I don't want to be at home with Carmella nagging me about fucking finances. I don't want to go sit around fucking Paulie and listen to him bitch all day. Let me go walk through the mall and I know niggas like this. This is a real thing. Like they just be bored. Like they don't got shit to do. So I like that they are reiterating this because it does show how much Tony has grown into the position of boss. This ain't season 1 where he running niggas over with cars.
True.
Yeah. So I like it.
Now, Spike's last point is what I was going to make reference to. I think it's necessary to show it throughout different seasons because Tony levels up each season. Yep. So every time he levels up, there's more at stake, and it's good to remind you, like, because he gets further and further away. It's all been a gradual ascension, So now we've never seen him necessarily wander through the mall. We saw the prerequisite to that. But now we're starting to see like what this full board. I'm not touching shit. Like I don't know anything to the point I don't even know what's going on. Like I got to sit there and ask them because I told them strict directions. Don't even say nothing to me. So he's further and further removed, and we are season 4 Tony.
Yeah, it makes sense to like why he needs some fresh coups. You know what I mean? Like it's like I got a little time on hands. I need a young fresh coups.
I wonder how long for you with them, Mo.
Oh my! Why? Why do y'all keep doing this? Why?
What's this?
I ain't say that.
No, man.
We 12 minutes.
No, get it out, Spike. What are you trying to say? I would hit you with
I ain't gonna lie.
To Tony Meadow. No, what do you mean?
I ain't gonna lie. Somebody hit me up.
Uh-oh.
Somebody hit me up. A listener hit me up and was like, about our last episode. I knew Mo was gonna say something about Meadow at that
oh my god
wedding shower.
See, because I look. All right.
You're a liberated young man, man. It's all right.
Yeah, man. You got an MO. No pun intended.
That's crazy. This guy should be a rapper.
That's good.
That guy's good.
He's good.
Like, here's what I will say. I just think that I've listened to a lot of, shouts out to all of the Soprano podcast. I listen to a lot of, but nobody really emphasizes or even expresses like how attractive at moments women are. I'm like, I'm the only person. Nobody ever says this. Like we just gonna talk about the dudes all day. Oh, okay, that's cool. Let's just talk about the guys and their gear. I'm the only person who want to talk about the women. All right, that's cool. I'm the crazy one, right?
I love how you flip. I love how you flip.
But hey, that's cool.
That
I'll go back to where y'all want. I'll go back to where y'all
that
want.
was
Let's talk about the
classic
guys.
Mo right there. That was great.
You know what I'm saying? We talk about the guys.
We're gonna talk about the guys all day.
You know, see how
that's Mo 3.
Yeah,
that's Mo 3.
That's
man.
threezy right there, boy. That's threezy on the.
That was a Steph Curry shot. Nailed it too. He turned away. Before
that was a crazy. I didn't even see that coming. I ain't gonna lie.
Snap!
But y'all know me. I mean, hey, look, I was a different guy before all of this. But is that all y'all wanted to add to this thing? Just I guess that's the last of it. Just Tony being bored or whatever.
Yeah.
We see a painting in the transition of the next scene. We hear that Furio music that he danced to, and Carmela is staring at this painting. And literally in the midst of staring at the painting, Tony is waiting to pour her another glass. He says, all you gotta do is say yes or no. But they're having this, they're doing the double date thing. They got cousin Brian and his wife out here, and she decides to ask cousin Brian about the property from Uncle June's that I believe last season. Yeah. Was that last season or early? No, that was last season.
That was earlier this season.
That was early this season. Okay, so much has been covered last season.
Yeah, about his trial, because it started with his trial.
Okay.
And him selling on that property so he can get some extra money.
But the HUD thing comes out. Cousin Brian ain't hip to what the play is. So Tony immediately he's like, oh man,
slow down, young buck. Slow down, young buck.
Slow down, brother. Well, you know, what did y'all think about this whole dinner scene and even the Artie coming out and all that?
For one, it was dope because it ties the way Tony gets out of it is by something that he's familiar with. You know, we've seen how much Tony loves movies. Shit, even this episode, we see how much Tony loves movies. He got the theater room popping. HUD is a 1963 film with Paul Newman. So the fact that he knew that off memory, like HUD, he's too many Paul Newman movies. Like it just worked out perfectly in his favor. Kind of the same way you just flipped that shit earlier, Mo.
Yeah.
Like he was just able to quickly flip it just because that's who he is and that's how his mind is. So that was a great job of writing by the show. And then you gotta love before I even get there, when's the last time y'all actually like daydreamed about somebody? Like stared off in the distance thinking about somebody? Sick. Carmela is on one.
You said that's sick?
Sick, yeah.
When your husband's sitting right next to you, yes.
On a date? Just in general. No, absolutely.
No, I asked the question in relation to my point is for you to be just out here daydreaming on some of that while your husband is sitting right next to you is wild. Like you don't even hear him ask if you want some wine. That's how lost you are in Furio. That shit crazy. And I love the awkward interaction between Artie and Tony. You know something going on, but
did y'all find out? Did you find out who the people that mugged you?
Did you find anything else about the Artie?
Right. Did Tony max it out? Yeah, get us 4 coffees and get us we still on that, bro.
And I like how Artie passively aggressively didn't answer it. Just kept it moving.
Just looked at her and just kept it moving.
Still big man, bro. Still big man.
Oh man, that was great. For me, man, this is where
they ever catch those muggers? Shut up,
bro. Like they're still eating. They're eating on his dime. You're making plans to eat for free at my place, bro. I'm going broke trying to find investments, and you're eating bro. That's crazy.
Living on the lie. Living on the lie, man.
Come on, bro. That's crazy.
This is where, for me, and this is a post reference, but it made me think of it. This is where Carmela starts to encroach upon Skylar White territory.
Yeah.
Skylar White from Break. But you just
so the Furio starts to become
not even the Furio, but for me, what was the bigger takeaway in this? How are you jealous that I'm making friends? Like she kind of gives this look when she see that your cousin that you introduced me to, now he cool with me. Now he laughing at my jokes more than he laughing at yours, and you looking at it like, oh, something fishy going on. Tony, and she'll say it in the next scene, not to step on it, but Tony gets these people in his trenches, and you never know what's happening. Like, as your husband, you're supposed to think more of me than that. But again, you do know me too, and you know how it is and how people are amazed by this lifestyle and how they can get caught up in it. But I really did not like the look that she gave him when Brian and Tony had a little joke together. Like it just started to made me a lot more irritated by Carmela, and it reminded me a lot of Skylar.
Especially when it's her own doing.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even want to do none of this. I didn't want to I didn't want to sit down about this. You brought all this. And now
I can't help it. I am who I am. People gravitate towards me.
Exactly. And she knows that. And that's part of that look and that disgust that she has is like, damn, like he got to him. Like he got to him. And there's nothing I can do now.
It's his guy now. It's not my guy.
It's his guy. Yeah.
Tony out here moving like I'm the prize. He's out here moving. He's moving like I'm the prize in this marriage. Like he really. I'm not co-signing that women are the prize, whatever. But he's moving like I'm the captain, like I'm the star, like I'm the charmer in this relationship, like which we see in season 5, Marco Polo. When we get there, it's very evident that Tony has the sauce, bro.
I'm the show. I'm
yeah, so it's like, I'm nobody came to see you, Otis.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
That's and so Carmella hates that she Otis.
She Otis. Carmella.
I wonder how many of our listeners are gonna get that one.
If they get, if y'all get that reference, hit us up. GoodEarnerPod_Sopranos on Instagram, please.
Well, I know we got some brothers
that are not black. That are not
and
black.
some sisters. Yeah, I'm about to say
that are not.
You ain't black and you get that reference, man. Shout out to y'all.
Yes. But yeah, it's just you're right. Like she introduced, him to Tony. But here's the thing: I thought about Spike. Spike, you said this numerous episodes this season, but you said everything that the mob touches, these guys touch, they poison it. Like it goes downhill in some capacity. And this is just another example, Cousin Brian. You know what I mean? So I thought about that. And I was just like, wow. And just to get another cross reference, with Carmella kind of being a little jelly, a cross reference to my man Rick, she got to be stronger than that. So look.
Hey, Tony got some. Tony has some. You got to be stronger than that lines in this episode.
Oh,
he do.
Man.
He definitely does.
He definitely do, boy.
Yeah. And you know what's funny, Mo? Now that you say that, man, it's a contrast of. It's like two ways that they do it. They can do it by force, as far as like anything that they touch, they control. They can do that by force and intimidation, or they just do it by naturally being themselves. Like people are drawn, like Cousin Brian, he's drawn to the life. I'd have kicked it with y'all. I done spent the night at the Bada Bing, woke up, got breakfast. I didn't see how y'all operate a little breakfast talk that I mentioned. Y'all done flipped that and made hundreds of thousands. Like you got me to protect the lead. Yeah, like I'm in. Like I'm in. Like I love how y'all live. I'm living vicariously. So, and they bumped heads. Like they touched heads at the table.
Yeah, with this my guy.
We locked in.
Yeah. Help me. Like, bro.
Carmella Saudi. Carmella Saudi as fuck, bro.
It goes.
Hater. She's such a hater.
Bro.
You know what Mo, you know what it reminds me of?
What?
The episode of Martin when yo, fellas, let's be out. When he was like, ain't no woman about to control me, Gina. And he was acting an ass.
Yeah.
And just the way them niggas was looking at they women, like that's the way Carmella was looking at them.
Bro.
Y'all got me fucked up.
Yeah, I'll be there when I get there. If I get there. Like, straight up. That's funny. But we still love the women out there. For all our women listeners, please. We love y'all. Carmella and Ro, their Father Fields Church. Am I correct in that? And it looks like they're doing a drive. And again, a charity event. Spike, you said the term. A listener on our other show, I forgot what the term is, but you said there's a term where they do this thing in a community where they want to, like, if you remember, you said it on an episode before, with like, if they would pull their pants up, they'll be able to get a job, or if they would cut their hair, it's that reverse thing that they do with like lesser privileged people, in this country.
Respectability politics.
Okay, so this is one of those moments, right?
Yeah. This is giving turkeys away in the hood after you've been killing niggas all year.
Yeah.
And selling dope to everybody. It's giving turkeys away on Thanksgiving.
Getting their Nino Brown on, boy. Yeah. But they have this conversation, and Carm has an interesting view. And I want to see what y'all thought about this. And let's take our bias out. Let's keep an open mind here, fellas. But she says she doesn't want to be 50. She's okay not being 50-50.
I'm not a feminist.
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
I'm not a feminist or anything like that. But she says, I just want some liberties with the family's finances. What do y'all think about that? With all that she does, do you think she has some kind of right in that? Do you think that, what do you think?
Nah, and again, I'm biased because I just told you how I felt about it. This is continuing to pile on for me. Like you got what you asked for. I did the thing with Brian. You didn't get all of it. I even went back and we did some additional.
Okay.
And now you're here. I know this your best friend. It's probably normal conversation among mob wise with you and Rose. So you're just venting, but still you're trying to paint me as a villain, as if you don't believe the man that you married is going to be able to take care of his kids. Like, where is all of the doubt coming from? Like, even if we looking at Roe, and that's her example, because Jackie died and he was in the position that Tony's in, Roe straight. She didn't straight up, like, she didn't tell Carmela that she ain't selling sausages in the supermarket.
Yeah.
Like Carmela can see that she's still kind of maintaining her position. Yeah, so like Rose trying her best to like reassure her, but also keep it real with her. And the digging that Carmela is doing as if she don't know who Tony is as far as being able to take care of his family really irritates me.
Okay.
Yeah, man. This is one of those situations where a real life version of myself and Sopranos version of myself have two different opinions.
That's good.
Because in real life, of course, you know, it's my wife, it's the mother of my kids, man. That's my partner. I trust you with anything the same way I trust myself with it. But in the world of Sopranos, she's absolutely out of pocket. She's out of pocket, man. And it feels weird to say that because I would not say that like I said in my regular life, but she's out of pocket. And might I dare say, it's getting old, Karn. It's getting old because I love how they use Ro in this scene because Ro said it herself. I didn't even know how much we had until after we buried Jackie. To let you know this is not something out of the norm. The wives are kept in the dark because the agreement is I go bring the bread, I make the bread. I'm going to make sure you're good if anything happens to me. You take care of everything else. I'm going to give you an allowance. Make sure you have enough time or enough to kind of take care of yourself, take care of the kids, do what you want to do in your leisure time, join on any activities, whatever. But that's more than enough to live off of. And I've said it in previous episodes. Her and Tony been married damn near 20 years. This has been the arrangement for this long. Why in the world all of a sudden are you so interested in our finances and what we doing? Like, am I doing something wrong? Like, please tell me, Carm. What have I done to make you think that we're not secure? You know what I mean? Like, it's just a weird thing. And like I said, that's me operating solely from the world of Tony Soprano. That would piss me off. Because what are we talking about? And why you keep talking about this with other people? Like, this is what it is. It's almost like when Rock told Lou, I'm tired. Nigga, I'm tired of having the same talk with you. You feel me? Like, I'm tired. I own you, nigga.
That's what Tony said?
Yeah. He owns this marriage. He owns this marriage. Like, this marriage is dictated by the way when we were young bucks, I laid the ground law down. I think in Whitecaps, Whitecaps, when they had their conversation, we'll call it a conversation, right?
Yeah, the conversation.
When they had the conversation in Whitecaps, why you act like you don't know what this was?
Like butter wouldn't melt in your mouth.
Yeah, like you grew up with your uncle Dickie and all. You knew what this was. You know what I am. Like, so it's kind of that whole thing. I get Tony's frustration. I'm not justifying it.
Yeah.
Should Tony take a look at it and maybe adjust his ways? For the record, yes, he probably should. You know what I mean? At least it's a fair conversation. But I also understand him for not wanting to switch it up because I'm in the world where I can't tell you too much about what I'm doing. I just can't. Like, and that's what it is. I can't tell you where this money comes from or where to get it and all that because now you're gonna be like Adriana in the same boat. Like, the less you know, the better.
Boy, y'all bodying that. Just to put a bow on that, she says, I've accepted the Gumars and stuff, but it is like that. Like,
have you?
Yeah, exactly. We find out, but it's like it's just this weird thing. Was like, Carm, you keep moving the goalposts at what's good enough for you, and it's the weirder thing for me is the fact that you want a different life. You want things to be different, but the men that you go after are much lower than Tony. So it's this weird thing where you want Tony's money, but you want another man to serve the space of Tony, which is a weird place to be. That don't make no sense to me. It's like, I want the hardworking man like a Vic who's a painter, or like my tennis instructor, or like Furio. She think he just fix up houses. She don't really know the work he do, but like, you want that type of blue collar, man, but you want that white collar money though. But you don't want to get it on your own. You already asked for $50,000 to donate to Meadows College. I gave that to you. You asked to get these insurances and all these things signed. I gave it to you. I gave you some money to do an investment or do stock. I think that was season 1, and it failed. He always finds a way to like give her the money, but it's like the arrangement. I'm not mad that she's thinking about changing things, because when you get 20 years in a game, yeah, you start to want to do some different things, but I just think that she has a weird idea of how she thinks she's supposed to get it. We'll get a scene. I'm not going to spoil nothing later, but we'll get a scene where I'm entitled to this. No, you're entitled. You know what I mean? You're not, basically. So, yeah. So, So it all full circle right there. But yeah, it's just a weird thing.
Just real quick, when you were saying that, I just got reminded. This really stems to her wanting to be seen. She wants to be seen and she wants to be heard. When you mention Vic and you mention the tennis dude and you mention Furio, like, it's more than just here's your allowance for the week and all this other shit. Like, or feeling like I'm nagging you. It's you guys listen to me. Like, you see me as a human being and not just as somebody who runs your household. I think there's an attraction that she's drawn to there, and she just lost it with Tony. I don't know, man. It's a weird thing, man.
Yeah.
But I get it. I get Carmela's frustration, but
her feelings are real too, though. You're right.
You tell me, her feelings are real, but if you
are
tell
understandable.
Me,
but it's always, as we so insensitively say to the wives of rappers or basketball players or football, like, bro, what did you think was happening when he was on the road and y'all make millions of dollars a year? Like, you're afforded this lifestyle. There's some things you got to give up. And I'm not saying that it's right or it's wrong. I'm not saying that they should have to, but there's just some things that you have to give up. So you're married to a mobster, bro. Like, no, you don't. You can't look into the books. No, it's not a part of it. That ain't what you signed up. You were married to Brian, then it's fine. If you married to Artie, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But you're married to Tony fucking Soprano, bro. Like, act accordingly. Act accordingly. That's all we ask.
Yeah, you know your father-in-law is?
Yeah, like, come on, bro.
Johnny, you knew it. Come on. All right. Now,
so like y'all said, it's very understandable. We don't want anybody listening to this to think that we think that Carmela's just bitching and or whatever it may be. We get it. It's just it's not a part of the deal. That's not this ain't in the contract.
Yeah, and it's just like any other marriage too. Like, it's hard for people to grow together.
Yeah,
that was cool with Carmela, I'm sure, 18 years ago. But now it ain't.
That's it. And Carmela's she's just one of those. She's just ahead of her time. Like, she was on an independent woman wave before it was the real wave in this world, And now you're trying to implement that with a mega alpha male. It ain't gonna never work. The only way that would work is divorce. But she's, she
never wanted to be selling sausage samples.
Pretty much.
That was her biggest fear.
Yeah,
selling sausage samples is crazy.
I know, bro. We can always keep it in perspective. You know what I mean? We got to keep it in perspective, man. Angie Bumpin' Sarah selling sausage samples. We got to keep it in perspective. Because it's hilarious.
That shit keeps Carmela up at night.
Absolutely.
Wearing one of those aprons, people wearing them fucking clear gloves. Yeah, man.
She'll jump off a bridge before she did that, bro.
Yeah, man. That shit's over. She'll pull what's my name? Macasian. She'll pull a
Macasian and be in a rush to do it. Like, that's crazy. Macasian's wild.
Pull a Macasian. That's a shirt.
I mean, beeping your horn, like, hurry up. I'm trying to get this over with. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. Let me move on, because that is like I still have not recovered. I need a psychiatrist or somebody to break this down. I get saying, man, this is it. I'm throwing in the towel, but I just can't understand the rush. That's the part I can't get past, bro. Sopranos is a classic.
Shit.
But Tony's at the horse ranch, and Ralph pulls up with Valentina, not to be confused with Martina. That's Albanian. But she pulls up, and we find out this is Ralph's. This is Ralph's thing. This is his girl. This is the love of his life right now, the apple of his eye. She starts to do this like flirt with Tony, like this subtle flirt with him, and about getting a portrait done, and
even before. No, I ain't think
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say even before the subtle flirting started, Tony took a look like, what this bitch doing with Ralph?
Told you.
And we definitely do that.
I said that. Listen,
that's how men. That's how we do it. We're like,
We do that,
she
like,
doing with this nigga? Like
the
what?
The very last episode, I said those exact words. That's why Tony looked at the assembly like, "Hold on, you went to him?"
Yeah,
You
you said that. Yeah, you did say that.
We definitely look at women and the dudes they with and like, hold up, like, what's the story
like,
here?
what the yeah?
And that's such an ego driven thing that we got.
Really
like,
it really is, because somebody can look at us the same way, but we'll really be like, but if it worked, we're like, I can see that. You know, it's funny. We funny like that.
Or we try to figure it out in our mind, like, oh, he must be doing.
Yeah, we
definitely
do that. Yeah,
something like, yeah.
You know how they say Italians, like they say Italians, they be counting people's pockets, like they count other. You know, that's a thing. There's like, how much this must have threw you back, about 2,000. How much it cost you? That's definitely us, like black men. Like we definitely like, oh, he got money, or oh, he got.
Yeah,
what's she doing with this nigga?
Yeah, you start putting some pieces together quick.
Like what?
But she gets him to step into poop, so she's kind of a little bit of a jokester, and they make a comment about like it's good luck if you step in poop or whatever. And Tony says he has a sense of humor of an 8-year-old boy.
She's an opportunist, man. She's an opportunist. She peeped that look Tony gave her.
Mm-hmm.
Tony looked at her. She seen that as soon as she walked up. Like Tony was looking, like we just said, like what's she doing with this nigga? And she hopped right on as soon as Ralph was gone.
Right on it. Didn't waste no time.
She bad too. She is. She one of the better. Like
I'm not a fan. I'm gonna speak to it a little later, but I'm not a fan. I feel like she's Gloria.
I might have her over Gloria, bro.
She's Gloria B-side, bro.
Nah, bro.
In my opinion.
You see it? Did you see her walk off? Gloria didn't have that.
Now, I know what Gloria didn't have, and we ain't got to that scene yet. But I still feel like
he wasn't dragging that. Gloria wasn't dragging that wagon like she was.
All right, wagon. You gotta relax.
In their context. Their context. Actually, Cuban. She said she was Cuban and Italian.
Cuban and Italian.
Yeah,
so he was
thick, man.
Oh, well, okay, I got to
absolutely.
Yeah,
yes, bro. Yeah,
over my head, man.
Cuban's got some of the yeah, absolutely.
Care to share?
No.
Oh, okay. No, so we go to the next. I know I'm crazy, huh? But what I will say about her, well, I'll wait. I'll speak more to Valentina as we get to later scene. But she's definitely fly. We get Paulie and his mom. Paulie unloads for his mom's stuff with Benny and whoever the other guy is, and they have a conversation, and the old ladies pretty much don't want his mom sitting with them. Anything y'all want to add to this scene?
Just shows Paulie back in the fold, getting his mom situated, and we get some more time with his mom. I think the last time we saw her was really when he told her that he was going to move her into Green Grove. And she was just so thankful for it and stuff like that. We talked about the contrast between Tony and Olivia, between Paulie and his mom. And now we see him actually getting her set up. You know, this establishes Paulie as being back home. You know, no more prison time. Like I know we welcomed him home last episode, but now he's back in the thick of things. Got the guys moving in, and she's just trying to get acclimated, man. It's a setup scene for the rest of the episode.
Okay. Yeah, it is. It doesn't do much for me, but I'm never mad at these.
My fault. I was just gonna say you meet the her quote unquote friends that are there. You know, obviously Paulie knows them, but it's that introduction to them as well.
Yeah, it makes for some funny and interesting moments later in the season. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
He said, so Paulie said, I don't understand it. When I was a kid, you two was a couple of old ladies. And now I'm old and you're still old ladies.
Bro, it'd be like that though.
Yeah.
I swear, dude. Like it'd be people used to watch you in church and you go and see them, it's like you older now, but they still look the same. It's like that's crazy. So we go to the next scene. Tony, I never understood the location of this house. It always threw me, but I see Tony puts a theater in the crib. He put the big dog theater in there, and Carmela walks across the driveway and turns right and goes into this other area of the house. You talk about
I think this theater room is in the pool house.
Yeah, it's not in the actual main house.
The pool house. See, I never even.
Because remember, well, I don't even want to say that because that's gonna give up too much. That's not till next season, so I won't say it. But
please remind
me
then. Okay, because the pool house.
Yeah, because
there's a moment when AJ says he wants to spend some more time. Yeah, he wants to spend more time in the. Like I said,
or even with Adriana leaving. Yeah, but yeah, that's in the pool house.
Okay, and for those that have been rocking with us since day one, that may have been new watchers, that is what I used as our YouTube thumbnail for like the first season and probably some of the second season is this theater room. This is what I use for. So if anybody ever wondered when does this come up or where did it come from, it don't come from this episode, but this is that. So it's amazing. I did that in season 1, but we're now at 4, and this is where the big reveal of the theater comes in.
So that space where Carmela takes that right, she's not walking into the house. That's a walkway underneath to the backyard.
Oh man, let me look at that again.
On the left-hand side of the TV, when you see the dude moving stuff out, and on the left-hand side, you can kind of see like that fence towards the top, and that's where she's walking towards.
Wow, man. What do y'all think about this scene, though? This whole thing with the theater setup and kind of her attitude towards and how she was being kind of cool about everything and going about her business. What y'all think about this whole setup right here?
It's a little subtle thing, how much money Tony get. When you start getting money as a man, you upgrade the TV room, man. Let me get that big boy, the 74-inch with the sound bar down at the bottom and surround sound everywhere. That's what we do when stuff is going good. I didn't really take anything about Carmela's reaction from it. Like I felt differently from the scene with Ro was she couldn't complain about it because he had did everything that she wanted to financially. Y'all know what movie he was watching?
Nope, I sure was going to ask.
I
know Rich know.
I was going to ask Mo.
Yeah.
Yeah, my superpower is the ladies. Yeah, I know that at this point. That's why I come.
You know who that is that was on the scene?
No, hold on.
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford,
yeah, Indiana Jones, right?
That's the Fugitive. Yeah, he is Indiana Jones, but this movie's The Fugitive.
This was before Indiana Jones. This movie made him famous.
Yeah, Harrison Ford was huge, right?
From this movie, pause.
Well, he was in Star Wars and stuff too. I think Indiana Jones was before this.
You're right.
This is 93. Right. So Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and then this. This is his non-sci-fi claim to fame. Because obviously Indiana Jones and Han Solo, those are two sci-fi kind of fantasy characters.
Fantasy things.
The Fugitive is the shit, man. And obviously, Mo, probably you haven't seen it. Ralphie, Joey Pantalone, he's in The Fugitive.
Oh, that's crazy.
So they're watching it, it's kind of that breaking the fourth wall, breaking the fifth wall, whatever you want to call it. Well, it would have been nuts if they showed a scene with him in it. That would have been any crazy. I know why they didn't.
Yeah, that even breaking the fourth wall too. When AJ got Carmela the Matrix movie, and he's in that movie too.
Yeah,
that's right up her
AJ
alley.
in the Matrix.
No, Joey Pants, Ralph. He's in the Matrix. Remember, he got the baldy in there or whatever. But yeah, that's crazy. That fourth wall, man. Wow. There's something they talk about, get rich or die trying. There's something about that later in the series too. It's like breaking the fourth wall type of thing. But anyway, so they end up going through some. He goes say, "Hey, you can watch movies." Then you can go through the music. They go to the music and they start playing this. What is this? Scottish music? Is that what? Irish, Scottish, whatever they're playing that the bad pipes and whatever that sound is. But like they're letting this thing rock while Carmela's like trying to talk to them. Like, why y'all stop right here? Like, when you talking to somebody, stop somewhere where the music's kind of smooth where you can hear. I just thought it was so weird to stop right there at the most annoying music while he's smoking a cigar. But he passes out, wakes up, and of course we see the movie or whatever. But big dog played by Tony.
That's also such a subtle moment to show what Tony thinks. I said earlier, Carmela just wants to be seen. My nigga he ain't even got enough to turn down the volume so he can hear.
Dang, bro.
We talked about it earlier. There's another scene when she first came, like a few episodes ago, but she asked if he could talk about. He was watching the movie. She said, "Can I turn this off? Turn it down.
Cut it down.
don't even turn it off because I don't give a fuck."
Tony's the worst.
This ain't finna be long. We ain't finna talk long, so you ain't got to cut it off.
Tony is the worst type of nigga, man. Yeah, he's the worst, bro. Guy, like he treats her like, what do you want? Like he be gone all day, smoking cigars, banging Gumars, going to strip clubs, come home. What? Carmella?
That nigga Al Bundy, man.
Always be some bullshit though. Like to his defense, if I gotta come to his defense, it'll always be some bullshit.
Okay, but can you get? I mean, but it wouldn't.
Like as men, we know how it is. Like you see, I'm out here getting this brand new system in and shit. It was banging before you came in here. I'm supposed to stop all of this, cut this down for you to tell me you finna run to the grocery store?
Yeah, what are we talking about, bro? It's your wife.
This is why I'm single.
It's your wife. You can't give her 2 minutes.
Why? Why do I gotta give you 2? What do you see what I'm in here doing?
This boy, you right. You so right, Spike. You got it, bro. This man, that's crazy. You won't get 2 minutes to say what was that, man? I'm about to go say, okay, well, you be careful. I'll see you a little later. Play the whack music.
I understand that. But if you're Tony, you speaking as Mo 3. If you're Tony Soprano, you're like, bro, like,
no, you don't just get to bypass everything as Tony Soprano, bro. Like you don't
get world, like you say, in the world of Tony Soprano, we're speaking from him. I'm in my bag. I got this dude out here putting the brand new system in. You literally coming out here just to be nosy. It ain't even just to tell me that you're going to the store. You already got the money for the groceries. Like, what are we talking about?
But
why you got to interrupt what I'm doing?
Even as
I will say this.
Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say, even if you take Tony Soprano out of it, I would say that most marriages that reach this length, they run off that. Like I think Dave Chappelle in one of his stand-ups talked about, like, once you hit a certain point, you just kind of in cruise control. Like we locked in, we know the routine, we know the schedule. Like there's not a lot of words. We ain't got to talk about much. Like, why are you, to Spike's point, why are you coming in and telling me you're going to the store when any other time you probably never tell me that you're going to the store? Like, if you can't find me, you're just on your way.
Yeah, you coming out here trying.
I feel you though, Mo. I know what you said.
Yeah, I get what you're saying too. I just kind of disagree.
I can see any man who's been married that long, and they wife come in like, I'm not trying to. Well, all right, cool. I'll see you. Peace. Like, I've been wanting you to go.
I'll wake you up like Tony said. Yeah, I'll wake you up.
That's crazy. That is crazy, bro.
You speaking as a happily married man. We respect
that. I've had my moments where I've been inconsiderate and I've overlooked some things. So I've been on that side of the coin. Just as Tony, it's like one of them things like, hey, turn it down for a second. Yeah. All right.
Mine is double bad too.
All right, take it easy. You know what I mean? Like, and then go back to the music. Like it wouldn't have cost Tony much to just do that. That's all I'm saying. It's
Spike would have been singing the words to it.
Spike would have been doing like last week when somebody knocking on the door unannounced, still watching the TV on 68.
I was gonna say mine is double bad too, because I would be like that as a man and as an only child. Just like, well, what the fuck you telling me for? Right. What are we talking about?
Yeah, that makes sense though. It's on brand. I appreciate that. I appreciate the honesty. That's on brand. Yeah. But so Tony, what is
nothing, man? Hey, niggas is funny, man. We all funny, like niggas. Funny. Niggas as a whole, a whole society is funny.
Yeah, we just funny as a whole.
Like, the way we think, man, the way we operate, man, that shit.
Yeah,
funny.
We're nuts. We all need therapy, man. Tony and Valentina is at the artist's, I guess, his spot where he gets the work done. There is a foreshadowing scene. Did you catch this, Spike? I imagine you did, but so he gives the picture to the artist and says, "Hey, can you paint this?" It's a picture of Tony and Ralph and pie on mine.
Ralph out.
And he said, "Yeah, but crop him out." I said, "Oh my gosh!"
And he was, "Oh, there's no problem. It's easy to do."
Bro, dog, I thought that was crazy. I just thought it was really dope. And even pie on mine, you know what I mean? So it was kind of a slick thing to me right there. But he paid $6,500, and that literally cash. That was just the additional money from last episode's HUD scheme.
That might even been from the horse races. He rolling in there right now.
Dang, Tony getting to it, bro.
I got a question for you. Where did you see this scene going? Like, what did you think? Was it obvious where this was about to go, or did you have still some kind of like, I wonder if maybe like what did you think was going to happen before we get to the next scene?
I thought it was gonna be something like that. I thought it. I mean, I didn't think it would progress as fast, but I thought it was the trajectory was there.
Did you think Tony knew like this is what was going to happen?
Yeah, because he called her.
Tony
he set it up from the time he pulled a business card out of his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
or that he even took the business card.
I mean,
when he didn't do that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He knew. Like Tony knew. He like Artie said, you see 2-3 steps ahead. That's
even for her though, she knew. That's the reason she gave him the card.
Well, she knew. I'm gonna talk a little bit.
She was waiting on that call.
This is high class prostitution. You know she get a kickback off that painting.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Absolutely, she get money.
That 6,500 was his way in. Yeah, he couldn't just call her and say, "What you doing? Let's grab lunch."
On, bro. You just paying.
You got to make it. It's a whole setup. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Like that, no questions asked.
Who am I podcasting with? I gotta ask again this week.
Can't believe
Madonna. What?
High class. This is the next step of hey, you just paying for he just paid for it indirectly.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That was the meeting. Like that's like the deposit.
Absolutely. Now, you want to go get something to eat? Absolutely, I want to go get something to eat. What are you talking about?
Yeah, she said
I just gave this man $6,500 for.
Yeah, she said we could stop and go somewhere to get something to eat. He said, yeah, we can stop somewhere. He didn't say the same thing. He said, yeah, we can stop somewhere.
Stop somewhere.
He wanted to make sure they was talking the same language.
Yeah, 6,500. I ain't going that 6,500.
Probably got a cool 15-20% of that.
Yeah, so we go to the next thing. Is this what this it? This the one right here?
Yeah, this the one right here.
Yeah,
she was in her bag.
She was in her bag. It was both teams play hard, my man.
Yeah.
I mean, goodness gracious. I'm not gonna give it anymore because y'all already got y'all preconceived notions about
you wanted to give it a lot, though.
Nah, I'm gonna start evading. I got to because now I feel like people wait for me to be a freaky toad every time any of these type of scenes pop up, but I gotta be cool.
She did her thing.
She did her thing.
She worked for them 6,500.
So this the scene that solidified for you better, like she was more attractive than Gloria. Was it this or just like the moment of walk up?
No, actually, it was after this. Like the whole interaction here in the
it was the interaction at the dinner.
Yeah, I'm kind of uptight, a more serious type person. So I always am I love the presence of people who can just let loose and be fun, which I feel like that she is. Gloria was a lot more serious, in my opinion.
Okay.
Than she is. So this is what gives her a little bit of an edge over Gloria for me. Her opening up that childness in Tony, the fun, the hey man, relax, things of that nature. Like I always appreciate people like that. So this is what kind of gives her an edge for me. I like people that like to laugh.
It is for somebody who, as we always say, for somebody with a very similar personality to Spike. I need people like that to remind me that, you know what, it ain't always that serious. Like it ain't always that serious. Like, yeah, you got salt all over your shit, but you know what? We doing well enough to where we can just get another one, man. Laugh a little bit, man. We just got finished handling our business. Like, it's cool. And you get mad about it for a split second, and all you can do is chuckle and laugh. Like, all right, man. So, yeah, I feel you 100% on that, man. She was...
She seemed like a fun girl. A nice time. As to what Gloria just seemed like a lot. Gloria seemed just like a lot more pressure. Like that shit got serious quick.
I mean, it was, but we talking free 99. No, all right. But yeah, this is a great scene.
It wasn't free either though.
Shit. He was about to buy Benz for Gloria, bro.
I mean, he bought her some tires.
That man was gonna go buy.
He bought her some tires.
Tony know how this works, man.
Now you're right. Tony did buy the. Yeah, you might have been more expensive. You might be right. Yeah, I'm being ignorant. Please give me a break. But yeah, she does. She plays a little trick on him and empties the salt shaker, and then Tony flipped the whole script. He's like, "Oh yeah." He grabbed her plate. He's like, "Yeah, you want this plate? Then come over here and kiss me." And I was like, "Okay." Tony getting in his bag. They having their little fun flirty thing, but this is a huge deal for Valentina because I think she recognizes like the masculinity in Tony. Like it's a totally different bag than Ralph. Yeah, I think
she was looking for with Ralph.
Yes, exactly. Because Ralph, and I'll speak a little bit more to Ralph when we get to that scene at the Crazy Horse or Crazy Horse in the back of the Crazy Horse. But like, I think she's looking at that like he's a man's man, masculine, and he's gonna give me what I'm looking for, and that's what he did. That's why I feel like it was like, oh yeah, we locked in. Both teams play hard. I think that's what sells it. It's like, okay, this is a good evening.
Both of them needed that. Yeah,
they both needed that. Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, she really getting her bag at I think the later dinner scene. Yeah, she go crazy on the type of talk. Like,
the dinner scene when he was on the phone. Yeah,
she went crazy on the talk. Yeah, don't do that, baby. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, hold up. But
did she ever come to you with them words? Man? You gonna fold?
Oh my gosh,
fold
she gonna make you remember. You gonna make you like,
man, bro. Man, I said, don't do that. Don't do that.
She got balls enough to say that.
Like you gonna
she meant that. She meant that shit too.
Oh, she meant that, bro. The conviction.
Meant that shit.
All right, we'll get there. But yeah, was there anything else y'all wanted to add to this hotel scene? Or that was it?
No, I think we covered it.
Okay. He goes and buys jewelry, just saying, "Hey, look, we had a good time." Again, Tony's at the mall again, but he pretty much buys and said, "Hey, we had a good time. Nah, give me another note. We had a great time, Tony." And
what he changed in the notes was he changed it from love Tony to sincerely Tony.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, I missed that.
Yeah, that first one he said love Tony, and then he changed it to sincerely.
Yeah, take it easy.
Did y'all see that? Did y'all you know what this remind me of?
What?
Did y'all see that clip going around this week on social media where the dude gave out like goodie bags to the chicks that leave the crib?
Yeah, I see that.
Spike, did you see that? Well, you probably didn't because you don't be on the internet like that, man. Yeah, it's a dude. This girl posted this picture. Like when you leave, grab when you leave. It was like a little plastic bag, had a sandwich, some chips, some Rellos, $40, and some tea. Pretty much just like a goodie bag. Here, appreciate your hard work, man. Like you said, both teams play hard. Participation trophy.
Appreciate your service.
Appreciate your
man.
service.
Just like on your way out, grab this. This is his on your way out gift. Like,
on your way out gift. That's
diamond horseshoe. That shit's silly.
That is, yeah. But shouts out to the Colts, man. Shouts out to Nap. You feel me? You see what I did there, huh?
Yeah, man.
It went over my head.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
I was just fucking with.
No, okay.
Spike, he good, boy.
It's just funny because Mo, can you name 5 Colts players, man? Right now,
not at this point, not current.
Hey, Spike said, "Hell nah."
Not at this point, nah.
I'm just saying that, not disrespecting his.
No, that's
though.
I
just know how he's not. Like we had this sports conversation on Another Week in the Books. I know he ain't tapped in at all.
That's what made it funny. The funniest things are people's natural reactions. Spike was like, "Hell nah,"
because he's like, "Nah, bro, what are we doing? Don't even ask. Don't ask him that." Oh man,
you don't even know who the coach quarterback is, do you?
Nah,
I didn't think so.
Damn.
Nah, I don't. That's crazy.
Yeah,
but yeah, I guess that's it. I think Blackjack. Okay. Well, we had the Green Grove Casino night. Pretty much old lady hate. That's all I got on my notes.
Nah, wait. This ain't.
I done seen a nigga almost get.
Have you been to the casino?
I was at MGM in Detroit, Michigan,
and I
swear on everything. I thought a motherfucker was about to get shot dead there at that blackjack table for fucking up the cards like this.
Sit down there and do what she did at a blackjack table with some real blackjack people.
Real money on the table.
Who did something wrong? Paulie's mom?
Paulie's mom.
Okay, so she was cheating.
First, no. So like the thought process is with blackjack, you have to know what you're doing. You know how the premise of blackjack goes, right, Mo? You got to get 21.
21. Okay.
21.
Right. So you're playing a succession of other people. You have somebody to the left of you, somebody to the right of you. The dealer deals the cards. You ask for a hit based off the number that you have now. Paulie's mom had 18. The premise of the game is to get 21. It's highly unlikely that you're going to get a fucking 3 on the next card pool. So she asked for a hit. You never, if you're playing with some real blackjack players at a real casino, you might get beat up doing this.
Straight up.
If you ask for a hit on an 18 and you only trying to get to 21, you might get beat up. And the thought process that they have is your card that you didn't take, that you took, was supposed to be my card. and then she hit her with a 6, and that would have been 21, which means you hit double. Oh man, bro, Mo, if you sit down and play blackjack at a casino, please know this, because you can get your ass. People, not just you in general, people will get their ass kicked. I seen it happen on a cruise ship. People almost come to blows. Like, bro, you don't know what you're doing, man. Get up, get up, and get away from this table while I'm right here.
That is so weird.
I remember.
It's not weird.
I remember that shit. Because here's the issue. I remember that shit like I was yesterday. Like I said, I was at the MGM casino in Detroit, Michigan. Never forget it. Because what happens is some of these tables, 25 minimum, maybe 50 minimum, whatever. Yep. But you got some real players. You got some people that come in here every day. This is what they do for a living. I gamble. I play blackjack. I play poker. All that shit. So you got big money on the table. So ain't nothing worse than somebody with they minimum $25. You might have $2,500 on the table.
Yeah, you ain't here playing.
You took one of my cards, bruh. I mean, they will get hot. Right. And I'm not talking about yelling at you, upset hot. I mean, bruh, like, you need to get escorted. You need to get up. You need to get up. You need to get escorted out of the casino, because if you don't, they're gonna find you and they're gonna whoop your ass. I'm telling you, man, this shit gets intense.
No, I ain't saying it ain't real. It's just crazy. I just live in a different world, I guess. I just never.
It's some serious shit. Like, she had the right. That was the one justification that she had out of all this bullshit that they were doing and the Mean Girl stuff. That was the justification. Like, you bullshitting. I don't even know if they were playing for real money, but you cannot do that at a blackjack table, bro. That is rule number one.
There's an answer.
Know what you doing. You gotta know what you fucking doing.
It's funny. I was talking,
play down there with the $5 people.
Straight up. I was talking to Spike earlier about Entourage, and there's in the season 3, the Las Vegas episode, Ari goes off on somebody at the blackjack table because he split aces.
Yep.
And that nigga was hot. Like, and that's how it gets intense, man. Security got to get involved. Niggas do not play.
I seen that shit happen
about blackjack,
shit, bro. Absolutely, I seen that shit happen before.
Crazy.
You ever been to a casino, Mo?
Yes.
Okay. What'd you play? Roulette?
I probably did some slots.
I was about to say slots.
Yeah, that was it. I'm a cheap guy, so you know that ain't my scene, bro. You already know. It's like I have a drink and just walk around.
Gotcha.
But Tony and Carmela, in the bathroom, he plays a prank on her and she hates it. All right. She said that she told Tony, promise to never do that again. And he said, you promise, and that's the thing that
years, man.
Yeah. All right. I get the promise. And she says, for once, can you just keep your promise? So some of those internal things that she's having issues with comes out, but it's used in the wrong area here. Mm-hmm. I don't even have to ask this question. Obviously, we all three know she's overreacting.
This is why you're not getting the things that you want. Like, you're so rigid and so adamant about everything being perfect and it being this storybook lifestyle. You can't even take a fucking joke. Like, and again, I go back to the Skylar White shit. Like, in this instance, as mad as she may have been, she still knows like who she's dealing with and who she's married to. She got reference that this has happened before. Like, why are you overreacting so much? Why are you so stressed the fuck out? And then this would make me even more as a viewer, not as Tony, because he don't know this. This will make me even more pissed off about Furio. Because if he did this shit, bitch, you would have jumped, oh, Furio. It would have been a big fucking game. Because I'm doing it and I'm your husband and you feeling a certain type of way with everything else that goes into it. And like you said, Mo, you tie all of it. You never keep your promises. Like, it was
and he's fresh off the cheat. Let's keep that in mind.
Yeah, like and she though she may suspect something is going on with someone on the outside, she still got to be fun. And I think that's the thing that Carmela misses, and the thing that keeps Tony astray, that keeps him from engaging as much as, like you say, you would like him to when she come in and she playing the music. Maybe if you could take a joke, I would press pause when you come in the theater room and telling me about the groceries and shit. But you can't even take a joke.
You're trying.
Telling you.
Nah, you trying.
It all ties in, bro.
Nah, you reaching like a bug, bro. I'll turn down the music where you can take a joke fresh off of the Valentina yams.
No.
Come on, dog.
I'm saying it in the sense of you have a lot more leeway when you're able to have a sense of humor with things in a relationship. If everything is always so strenuous and so serious, the reason that I don't pause the music because I don't want to go there with you right now. I'm having fun. I'm listening to this new sound system. I don't even really care what you're talking about. So no, I'm not going to pause it. You just tell me about it because I know later on with these type of reactions, like you're always this rigid A, B, C type person, and sometimes you need a fucking break. Mic drop. I see your face.
Now go ahead, Rich. What was you gonna say?
Mic drop.
Only thing I was gonna say was it really boils down to the issues of their marriage. That's what this is about. Because it is an overreaction. I get, and that's not to say that when you promise somebody something, you shouldn't do it, but it's harmless, right? And it's kind of confusing because when she gets out, it's almost like she got a grin on her face.
Yeah, it's like she's like.
So it's almost like she with it. But the telling sign, the reason I even say all of that, the telling thing that she says is, this is one promise I would like you to keep. She said that because she meant it, but it cut deep. Because she alluded, like, you don't keep none of your other promises. This is the one, this small baby promise of not throwing water on me, that should be real simple for you. So that's what she's mad at. Like, that you don't keep any other promise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what the root of it is. And I just thought that was a telling part of this. And Tony's face, like, oh shit, like you just played the hell out of me for real. Yeah.
It hurt his feelings, and that's hard for us. It's like, you're a big mob boss. We men, we don't really like tap into that bag, but you know, when we all dealt with women, they can say shit, and you be like, damn, for real? Like it hit you. Like you'll be like, God damn, I thought we was better than that. Like women know how to do that really well. Like there's nothing low blow where you wasn't expecting it.
There's nothing worse than when you know, things have gotten a little stale and you trying to like be cool, be funny. Like, you know, that's childish, you know, that's newlywed behavior. Like, let's just fuck around. Like, just have some fun. Like, just get out of this mundaneness of everything. And to get rejected like that, it's almost like, well, fuck it. I'll never do that shit again.
Right. Because it's like, bro, you're in hot water. I hit you with a splash of a little cup of cold water.
Step back in the shower stream.
Like literally where I hit you on your shoulder with the cold water, bro, just turn your shoulder back to the shower and it's going to heat back up. You act like I just hit you with a bucket over, like I hit you with the ice bucket challenge, bro. Yeah, like I just dumped a whole bucket of ice in the shower and I told you not to do, like, bro, I hit you with a cup. Like she is overreacting like a mug, but obviously it's a trigger. And then it's like you get out the shower and wrap up just to go back. You doing
just to bitch at me.
Like
just to bitch at me.
Yeah, it was just.
Worst case scenario, you ignore it. You act like, oh, whatever.
Right, like, oh, you just be like, oh, okay. Like, Tony, and just be in the shower, like, okay, wait till I get out. And then just, you know, because remember first season when they had that moment where she told him about Uncle Junior gives head, you know, that scene that he was tickling her and she was laughing. They was having a little moment, but obviously that was years ago at this point, probably 2, 3, 4 years ago. So it's just, it is that, like, all of those internal feelings that she's having, but at the same time, her feelings are valid because when she gets to reveal later, because remember Tony made a promise, and I don't think that she knew that he was back out here. Like she knew nothing about the Gloria thing. So she was still under the understanding that the promise you kept, just come home to me. Like I don't want you cheating no more. I'm just asking you to do that. And you know, he was doing good for a while until Gloria came. And so
I would love to hear a woman's perspective on this.
Absolutely. But I think that she was still under that understanding. And that's what burned her up when she seen the nail later in the episode. It's just like, dang. And it confirmed what I said. You really don't keep your promises. Like, dang, bro. I asked you this one thing. But yeah. Paulie visits one of the old lady's sons. So we find out Paulie dropped out in 9th grade. And again, I just don't. I care zero about this Paulie storyline, so I ain't got nothing to give here.
I just want to highlight.
Yeah,
my fault. I just like to highlight how it can get old easily to have these scenes where you threatening people without threatening them. But The Sopranos does an incredible job of making each one of these moments hilarious,
that part
and realistic, and kind of terrifying in a sense. And it's just the not saying much. It's the famous Carmine, I ain't say nothing.
Yeah,
I appreciate your thoughts. Like that was pretty much what Paulie did. Like, you know, remember I was, you know, I did a lot of bad things. You know, I'm still capable of them. You know, you just never
watch
know.
myself.
Just say it without saying it, bro. Like you gonna listen. You already lost when one of these dudes come down and want to sit down with you and has a request, you've already lost. Do it. There's nothing you can do to get out of it. There's unless you end that life. If you're a civilian, we expect you to get this shit done. And that's just the end of it. And just to make sure you know what I'm talking about, Bobby just had it a few episodes. You know what I mean? Makes me want to kill myself or shoot myself here, and here. Like, boy, I'm letting you know right now what time it is without saying it. And I just love how they do those moments, man. So that was, like you said, the Paulie storyline is a kind of as far as getting them acclimated back in.
Yeah.
But this part was funny, man.
You think he was green? Do you think he did? Do you think he may not have picked up on what Paulie was saying?
I think that dude was on some like, I'm not that ninth grader that you once knew. My skin is cleared up now. You can't bully me. Like, you thinking that it's like, and you got to think too, like, we're in at the end. So the mob concept and idea is not in a lot of, I imagine, society's eyes at that point. It's like, it's not strong as it used to be. We got authorities. We got, John Gotti's, and the big dogs are getting locked up. You can't hurt me anymore. I'm in a public domain.
Of a school, for
like, you would never think that, you would do something so messy and sloppy like that, but obviously
that's it, Mo. That's it. When you were a civilian, you hear it and you comprehend it, but there's something in the back of your head like, ain't no way he really do something for this. Not knowing these dudes really mean that shit. So it's not in a sense, we don't take them seriously. And I say we because I'm a civilian as well. I'm a citizen, man. I pay taxes. Yes. You know what I mean? So if somebody came up to you on the street on that, you'd be like, now, what's the odds of this shit really happening? Like, they're gonna have to show you. And unfortunately, they will show you. So you better take heed to what they're saying and get that shit done. And they don't even say it on some, like, Paulie got up and said, anything you can do, I appreciate it. Whatever you can do. Like, he don't really mean whatever you can do. He means what I asked you to do, get that shit done.
Fix this shit. And I bet I had to come back up here.
That is so funny, bro. Like, as a civilian, it's easly to misinterpret that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why he should have been a lot more.
That's why I fucked up.
Gosh, it's like anything.
That's why he thinks, like, nah, he ain't taking this shit seriously. This is just a request. Like, all the other parents that come in here and ask me to do something for their kids or watch out for little Timmy and Johnny. This is just a little. I ain't gotta take this shit seriously. He found out real quick.
Found out. Speaking of found out, Carmelo.
It won't be cinematic.
It won't be cinematic. Almost like Carmela finding out this nail from Valentina. And so this is the moment that she figures out that he really did break his promise and he is cheating, and here's her nail, which was in the earlier scene of him getting his joint cop. So here we are.
What?
The nail. Remember her nail broke off in the bed, in the bedroom scene, when, like, right towards the end of it, not when they was getting it in, but like at the end when they was just like saying their goodbyes or whatever. But
I feel bad for Carmelo, man. I be feeling bad for Carmelo. It's one thing to do your dirt, man, but you're supposed to be smooth enough to, like, make sure it don't come home.
Yeah, man. Come on, dog. Because you got to think about how hard Carmelo's working on trying to cheat.
Carmelo's working.
Never really works out for her.
It doesn't, but like, she's working really hard to, like, I'm trying to figure out how I can land this ship without you knowing and still keeping, like, my respect and dignity in this marriage. But you're just sloppy with it, with the nail just popping up. Like, so it's funny.
Is that sloppy though? Could it have accounted to, like, she knows about the bang, right? Like, could it have been, like, had she brought this to him, could he have explained it? Like, it was a lap dance, we got a little wild. It wasn't anything like what you're thinking. Like, had she been upfront and been like, I found this in your jacket, could he have gotten out of it?
He's too far gone. Like, she already believed what she believes. Like, no matter what even if he was telling the truth, I think there was a moment where he was telling the truth about something and she didn't believe it just because you lied so many times. It don't matter.
Yeah, I don't think it worked. You got to think, like, Tony was getting the Gumars off early in the marriage, so she probably had a lot of those moments trying to, like, the first 5 years, like, what is this? What is that? What is? And he's like, no, it's not what you think. Like, he's probably doing that. So it's like they're way too seasoned at this point. You promised you wasn't going to do it, and now you got a nail in your pocket or in your drawers, in your clothes, whatever. Like, so just great writing. Tony's out to eat. He's out eating, and he interrupts Silvio and Chris. Tony just cannot help himself. He has to insert himself in the affairs of the family business. again, like I said, harkens back to house arrest, just wanting to be involved even though he shouldn't. Ralph pulls up with Valentina. And like I said, I'm not as attracted to her as I was with Gloria, but this right here, she was in her bag here. She definitely got that. She got that fiery freakum dress action going on for sure. So she got it off here. Anything I want to add to this dinner scene and even the conversation that they're having?
I like that. I like the fact that they showed that Tony wasn't really interested in the blonde that he was with. Like that was just like, oh, whatever. We here, we all having dinner. Mm-hmm. I also like the fact that, like you said, he jumped in the Seal and Chris conversation, and it's like going back to what Meadow said, like, bro, the world doesn't revolve around you. You told us to handle it. We're handling it like you told us to. It may not have been the way that you would have did it, but we still did it. And you acting like we fucked up. Mm-hmm. You didn't tell us to go this way or the other way. You didn't give us any instruction. You just told us to handle it. Mm-hmm. So I do like that. And I had a question. When he walked off, was that Fat Dom at the bar?
It looked like it, didn't it?
That was Fat Dom. It looked like Fat Dom, didn't it?
Well, was I tripping? I thought
it was him. Yeah, I thought that was
him. I swear on everything, I thought that.
Yeah, I thought
before Valentina or after?
No, right, like before Valentina, right when.
Yeah, when he walks away from Chris and Seal, it's a dude behind him, and they kind of give him a glance, and it looks like Fat Dom.
No, that's not Fat Dom.
You sure?
Yeah, Fat Dom didn't have that great thing.
Right there. Yeah, right there. Oh my goodness.
No, y'all talking about Coco.
No, the Coco, my fault.
Coco.
Even that's
Coco.
not. But it's neither one of them though.
It does look like him.
No, I can see that, but Fat Dom he didn't. Yeah,
Coco. I thought it was Coco, not Fat Dom. Coco.
But he's a little older. Like neither one of them had the grays, and I don't
remember this was years later too, though.
That's what I'm saying. This dude got gray now, though. That's what I'm saying. Like them dudes don't even have grays later.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do a scene analysis on that, man.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
It looked like the same actor, man.
I don't
know if it meant to be the same character, but it was the same actor, I think.
That blonde that Tony's with, that was the same one he was with when Artie was when called him, right?
Oh yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe.
You know what the biggest thing I took away just from them at the table? Mm-hmm. I think Patsy's Gumar ordered like Chicken Mario or something. He said 15 years of Chicken Mario, which is the first thing I thought, like, you've been his Gumar for 15 years. That's wild to me.
Insane, bro.
15 years.
That's a different life right there.
Like, I'm the side chick. That's my role.
Damn, that's crazy.
See, they doing it different because the black version that it is, I'm paying child support for 15 years. All right.
Ain't no black version of that, bro.
Yeah.
15 years.
Baby mama is the black version. Like,
you ain't going on no dates.
Ain't
no
15
chicken,
years
whatever.
Side chick, knowing that you got a hold. Yeah, that's
15 years. Like, God, that's dedication.
Yeah, that is dedication. Like, it's at that point, like, your wife kind of probably knows of her at that point. Like,
your wife probably appreciate her at that.
I mean, you go back to Goodfellas. You know what I mean? Goodfellas gives it up.
Go with your side chick. I'm tired of you. Like, his wife probably appreciate her.
Yeah, I mean, Goodfellas gives it up though. They tell like Saturdays for them, Fridays for them, or something like that. The Gumars, the wives, whatever. Like, they laid it out pretty.
Hello, am I speak to Barbara? Barbara, this is
Shirley. Mono got no idea what that is.
That's exactly what this situation is.
I was going through your old man's pockets and found this number.
Oh shit, man! Mo,
listen to what it is, Mo.
No.
Listen to a song called "Woman to Woman," man. Woman to Woman.
This Mo. This your bag, right? Yes, sir.
Shirley Brown, man. Woman to Woman.
One of the best songs in the history of songs, man.
When you listen to that song, you're gonna think about this scene like, oh, okay, that's why. That's what they meant when he said they probably know each other. Yeah, they know.
Some old heads is listening to us and like, I can't believe them niggas got in that bag.
I know. I know somebody. The others gonna be like, bro, I don't know what they're talking. I'm lost too. We just got a great bag of listeners, but I'm gonna have to check that out. You got to definitely put that in the group chat. But
I got you.
But yeah, Tony goes over to the fake phone call because she is like, giving him the gesture, like, come over here, let me talk to you, let me holler at you, which is crazy to just pull up with your man and immediately leave the table to go talk to Tony. But she used she gets in that type of talk that we spoke about. It's like, she don't do this, she don't do that, like me. And Tony's flattered. He likes that energy. Is this where she slaps Tony? Yeah, what she said, what he says, no offense, but I don't think nobody wants to be where Ralph nobody wants to be where Ralph has been. And this is this
He
this
said, I don't want to be where Ralph.
I don't want to be where Ralph been. And the continuity of how he feels about Ralph when he picked up the shoe at Janet's house. Like, you know what I mean? He's very disgusted with Ralphie, like always. So this is very, very consistent. Anything else y'all want to add to this scene?
I love Tony's his commitment to the lie. Like when she puts that horseshoe in his face, like the way he's like, no, you keep it. Like he's still on the phone. No, you keep it. Like I don't want your consolation prize. That whole thing. We already talked about Valentina and her just, you go back to the blonde. She was talking greasy. Like I said, I'm folding. You talking that kind of talk.
As I said, that talk right there is the
calling her when we leave.
That's as soon as she said that shit, Tony hung up that fake phone ASAP. Tony hung up that fake phone ASAP and said, "Shit."
Yeah, they like me would have been like, "Check, please."
You'd be like, "All right, let's not jump to conclusions. Just figure this thing out."
And I talk about it all the time. I feel like it's on a weekly basis now. James Gandolfini, man, his expression acting, like the way he was just trying to I really don't it disgusts me that you fucked with Ralph. Like to the point, no matter how cold you are, I do not want to follow up Ralph.
Or even be associated with the same type of bitches that Ralph is associated with. Like, what would make you think that me, Tony Soprano, would deal with a chick that's dealing with Ralph? Like he did the shoes, like you said. Like, what? So
yeah.
She looks amazing right there, though.
Yeah, she was. She was like, I mean, that's flattering. Come on, like she's coming up to you like a woman, like an attractive woman like that, being aggressive with you, really stating her issue, her grievance. Like, I want you. I want to do this. It was the next scene. She actually lays out a plan. Like, I just want to see you a couple times. Like I said, I ain't even trying to. But like just her approaching you like, yo, I want to see you, and she comes looking like that. It's like, bro, that's wonderful. Like that really works. In the world of Tony Soprano, I mean, he's a married man, but in this world,
shit, that nigga been cheating. That nigga been cheating. Like Tony done cheated with worse. So he probably like, fuck that. Like, I'm down. You come over looking like that, talking like that, I'm folding.
Yeah, you're right about that though. Yeah, she got.
You got me.
And you're right, Mo. That wasn't the scene. She didn't slap him that scene.
She ain't slapping me.
It's later on. Yeah,
okay, yeah, because he really started to get to it. Like he was. All right. So. Oh, so Carm's at the crib. Okay, I my notes are
froze
weird.
up.
That's funny. No, my note says cars instead of Carm. That's why I got confused. But yeah, Carm's at the crib. She's trying to get in the bird feeder. She's frustrated. She throws the book. Frustration is necessary. I would not knock her frustration.
Get a hobby.
What's your game plan? I swear on everything. Oh my goodness, man, Spike. I swear on everything I was about to say, man. Why don't she got friends and that she can just go hang out with? Like, why is she just at home looking miserable? She looked like she a prisoner.
Well, because her friend, because Carmela is the most exposed or the most probably flexible and exposed in that. They look at her as the ringleader. When we go back to Bobby losing his wife,
she ain't got to go spill her guts. Just go be around other people instead of sitting in the bed reading fucking books, stewing over what I'm doing.
She need to get out because she is. Yeah, she's locked in crazy.
Crazy? You're acting like a crazy person right now.
I will say this, and this bothers me. I will say this. Every time I watch this, it pisses me off. What was her plan? Like, she took that shovel to break the lock. What if you broke that lock? Now what?
Yep.
You got to explain yourself.
Same thing I thought. Now the locks broke. Did somebody break in our backyard? Who did this? And why? Why was somebody breaking a bird feeder?
Exactly. Unless you know what's in there.
I mean, even if she did and he found out what it wasn't like it was gonna stop anything. She already had.
At that point, that nail don't matter. This is a whole nother.
But even if he would have been, nobody told you to go in the bird feeder, blah blah blah. It still would have been like, well, you were supposed to blah blah blah, and
But no, I'm even before you get there, I ain't even talking about that point in the conversation. I'm talking about I know she's upset. I know she's mad. But what's going through her head in the sense of, I'm going to break this lock with a shovel, and then what? I'm going to take the money, and when Tony comes ask me about the lock, what am I going to say? How's it going to play out?
I mean, I went and got what was mine.
What?
That's gonna be bad.
It really don't matter. He's not gonna do anything. Like, he's not gonna do anything to her. Like, she's gonna yell back about, you said you probably, and it's gonna be like, well, blah, 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 yeah, they're gonna have an argument, sleep separately, and it's gonna be all right. I thought about it, and all right, you can take the money. But it wouldn't have changed anything, bro. Like, he was gonna let the money ride because he knew he was banging Valentina's brains out.
It's not the money, it's the principle.
I was just about.
But that wouldn't have. But it wouldn't have.
I was gonna say, let me ask you this real quick. Now, real quick, Mo. Let me ask you this: which would you prefer as a married man? Your wife coming to you about your infidelities and saying, "Hey, this is what I think is going on. Can you give me some clarity on it?" Or you going to a stash of money that you think you have and she's stolen it from you and saying, hey, well, you're just paying your dues for the bullshit that you've been doing. Which do you think is a better route?
This is in the world of Tony Soprano.
In the world of Tony Soprano.
In the world of Tony Soprano, all right, yeah, you got that off. I'm not telling you nothing, so you ain't telling me nothing. So you stole it, you got it off.
But now you're a whole different person, though. You're not even Carmelo Soprano anymore if you're going to steal money from me because I have a Gumar.
Bro,
that's crazy. Like, imagine him.
Spike,
like, I see what you're saying.
Spike,
imagine him
yourself,
trying to process
bro.
that.
You give zero bail. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm not giving no bail. You stealing money from me?
The issue is if she broke that lock, the reason she can get it off is because there's no evidence. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. If that lock is broken, I know you did this. I know for a fact you did. You blatantly stole from me. To where now I can question, like, damn, did I take that money out? Did I put it somewhere else? Am I tripping? Like, now these questions are going, even though I know 99% of it that you probably took this, that at least you covered your tracks and it's still stolen. You didn't leave no evidence. There's no way you can get around it if the lock is broken. Like, Tony would have lost his shit because you blatantly are stealing from me. Like, how do you justify that? And I know you looking at it crazy because it's like, yo, you cheating, you doing all this and all that. But like you said, Mo, we in the world of Tony Soprano. That's not gonna fly.
But it's like he still knows. Like, that's what I'm saying. Y'all think the lock is stopping something.
What though?
They know, but they don't know.
No, he knows.
He knows,
bro.
Because she left a clue.
Like,
you wouldn't have had an idea had she not left a clue.
Okay, but she wanted you to know that I know you.
That's the point that we're making about the lock, though.
Y'all giving too much credit on the lock. It didn't matter.
It does matter, bro. You're breaking into like it matters.
Here's what I'll say, and I stand on this 10 toes, 100%. The way this episode ends would not have ended had that lock been broken. He would have directly said, you took this money. Totally there would have been a direct conversation right then and there. It wouldn't have been no babying around it, like pussyfooting around it. No. Like, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Because in Tony's mind, you got to think, we talk about how attentive he is. If you didn't take it, then I really got a problem.
Yep.
If this ain't you, I really got a problem. This is where I lay my head every day.
And we know this character. We know who Tony Soprano. I'm gonna play chess with you. If you want to play chess, okay, let's play chess. But if you're blatantly like disrespecting me or like trying to get over on me, no, this is not gonna go well. She decided to play chess, and that was great. We'll talk about that when we get there. However, had she broken that lock, there is no chess game being played. It's just all you pussy. That's essentially what she's saying. You pussy.
Straight up. I think so little of you that I don't even have to clean up my track.
I'm gonna break the lock. I took 40 racks from you, nigga. What you gonna do about it? And how you think Tony gonna respond to that?
I strongly disagree with y'all, but I appreciate your thoughts.
Wait, before you move forward, Mr. I appreciate your thoughts. What do you disagree with? What do you disagree with about that?
Because I think it's like you keep, like, I get it. Sure, it comes off smooth, like, oh, I can't ask you the question, but like, Tony knew what's up, but the lock wasn't like, if she didn't have the nail, that to me would have been the bigger play at hand. Like, if he found the nail and then seen the lock was broken, I think you still get the same results. It's like, oh, you broke into and you broke our marriage. You broke your promise when you said.
But he does that all the time. She's never stolen from him.
No, but according to him, he said, I love you. I'm not going to do that anymore. And that was locked in all of season 3 going in until obviously Gloria Trillo. But again, she don't know this. And according to that, he's been staying faithful. She ain't been finding nothing. His drawers been clean, all that stuff. So it's like, I don't think it changes
back. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I get what y'all saying. it plays out differently, but I don't think the end result changes. I think we still get to he gonna let it ride. Like that. That's what I'm saying. Like reactions and all of that will be different, absolutely, but the end result
but see,
still the same.
Okay, as a thinking man, which Tony Soprano is, you will respect more how it played out at the end of this episode versus you walking outside, you seeing a broken lock, knowing that your wife took the money and knowing it's because, oh, she thought that you were cheating. Like she didn't have any tact to the situation. She just wowed it out in the sense of, oh, you were doing this, so I feel like that I'm justified in doing this. The way that she played it at the end, you're right. I will agree with you. That's perfect. However, if you go out there and you break that lock with a shovel and you just walk off with 40 grand, and then I ask you about it and you're like, oh, it's because you're cheating, it's not going to go the way that you think it's going to go. Versus, yeah, I took this.
You had 100 grand.
I took this.
You had 100 grand.
Versus how it went at the end, like you took this, you probably suspected that I took this, and what you going to do about it because I got some shit for you too. Like it's chess versus checkers, as people always say in a cliche type of way. Like her breaking that lock was checkers. Tony don't play checkers. Like we're not doing that. Like it would have went a lot worse had they played checkers versus in the end when she was playing chess.
I disagree still. It's this season 4. Season 4 Tony, season 6 Tony, different. Yeah. Season 4 Tony, not at this point.
This Tony right here, bro.
I just agree. I hear what you're saying. It makes sense, but we just agree to disagree because I see it different.
Mo, man. I know the way a nigga was living was whack, but you don't get a nigga back like that. You don't get a nigga back like that. You can give me back a million ways. You can show me that nail and give me back a million ways, but you don't give me back like that. You don't rob me for 40,000.
I could have slept for Furio, but I didn't.
Sleep with that nigga. We'll cross that bridge there. But
no, you ain't taking these 40 racks from me without even knowing like that. I thought that I was low with. Hell no, like hell no.
You got to be smarter than that, Tony. You put it right in the backyard. Come on, Gus.
You better be better than that,
man.
That's the thing.
That's funny though. But Valentina calls Tony and she tells him that Ralph had what episode had her to put hot candle wax on his penis,
candle wax on his balls,
and then he went to the bathroom and jacked off and finished the job. Then she said, then he wanted her to use a cheese grater on his joint. Bro.
That's insane.
That is, I don't know.
That is insane.
I don't know who wrote this. Where did that grater? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to get vivid with the details, specifics, but it's just the grater part throws me off crazy. Like
that part I can't believe.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the one that's far-fetched when he was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, as a man, I just can't see how. Like, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, because like that, you have weeks to recover. Like, you got to. That means you're not going to be involved doing anything for weeks.
Can you even recover from that? I couldn't even imagine.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, that is. I don't know what they. This is probably an extreme writing thing. I feel like somebody put in there. I don't know if they had a
white
roommate.
Boy shit.
That's some definitely crazy, freaky white boy. But Tony says, do you ever get a weird vibe about Ralph and his dealings with women? Seal says, I mean, he beats women. We beat women to death. What's remember that one woman? What's the reason again?
I forgot again.
Oh, they're so good at this because it's like, bro, my heart dropped to the ground when he murdered Tracy. And then we've so far from that moment, then it brings it back. We're like, oh yeah, Tracy. Then it's like, wait, what was it again? It's just like
nothing.
Right.
It means nothing to them.
I know it's crazy. It reminds you like these dudes are terrible.
He was a whore.
He was a whore, and she up. Yeah.
She hit me.
She hit me. Anything else y'all want to add to this scene right here?
She going hard to try to get with Tony, man. She going hard.
She is. That would scare me as a married man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like you going a little too hard. Like I need you to be a little bit more reserved. Like, because what happens when like you start to get even more attached to this, and I'm with my wife and shit. Like, nah.
Start getting the Gloria B side. I'm telling you.
You at his house. You at Ralph's house telling me this shit about Ralph. Come on, man. Shit.
Yeah, and you called me at the Bing. Like, what? How the fuck you even get this number?
Well, Ralph, she probably reached Ralph there probably a time or two, maybe. That's
why you calling here asking for me?
I mean,
I thought he answered his cell phone.
I'm that dude.
Oh, it's a cell. Okay.
I'm that dude.
I thought she called it me.
I did too, actually. Now as you say it, he just happened to be being okay. Good pull, Rich.
This shit.
Tony and Melfi. He talks to Melfi about Ralph being a cuckold. This really gets
Melfi said that. He didn't say.
Oh, you're right. I mixed up the words. So Ralph's kink. They talk about like Ralph's kink of liking to be put to pain, which is in sex, which could be rooted in a childhood that his mother would show love through violent acts. I thought that was a really interesting thing. We talk about the childlike thing, the approval thing, the immaturity thing. It makes a lot of sense in how he does things, even like how he was with Tracy. And I mean, we know Janice, and we'll get to all of those, but it's just a weird thing that they give us this deep character analysis on with Ralph this episode, knowing everything that's coming literally an episode away. Anything y'all want to add to this Melfi scene other than, maybe that's what it's rooted in?
Just the fact that they pointed that out, and then I always say I love how Melfi and Tony's relationship have built. It's reached a point where Tony goes specifically to her for approval. He looks for approval for the fuck shit that he's about to do. Like, I want to run this by Melfi and see what she says. Even if she says no, at least I'm gonna like digest it and see what happens from there. But all he's doing is asking for permission. Like, should I be fucking his girl or not? It's really what this comes down to. And it's just crazy that Tony goes to these type of measures to even see if that's an okay thing. Can I break my morals and my codes because I really want to do it? Like, I just need somebody to justify it for me in my head to make me say, cool, all right, I'll do it.
And she's kind of accepted it. Even in the sense of when we're talking about your time is up. And he's like, well, just give me a couple fucking minutes. Like, I wait out there all the time. Just give me a minute, man. Let me get this off. Let me finish my thought. Mm-hmm. The fact that she's like almost not co-signing, but she's like in it with him, like to give him that advice. Like, she's almost like a consigliere.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's like friendship, and like you said, consigliere compared to doctor-patient. There's moments when Melfi would have been she was very good about boundaries. Yep. And what goes in now? Now he's just like, nah, fuck that. That's the same way you talk to your homie, man. Fuck. Like such outside, man. Fuck them, man. Hold on. Let me finish talking to you real quick. Give me 5 minutes. You do that for your friend. Like,
what happened? Yeah.
And Melfi be genuinely intrigued too. Like, this is where she lives through these things. Too. Like, it's like, wow, what? You got a dude that does what? Whoa. I mean, look at who she's married to. Like, he's so square. So, like, hearing all these crazy, like, what? Tony's probably her thrill of the week. But I do got to shout out Melfi. That fit is fire though. Like, that baby blue blazer with the all black, she killing that. She got it. And I mean that just from an outfit standpoint. No, nothing else, please. All right. Like, I've maxed out that card for the day. So I'm just talking about the fit. We talking
surprised you gave her a compliment without any legs.
Without the legs? I see. You never know. But Tony's doing this. Tony's doing this deep investigation, like. All right, I'll get to more of that. I got a lot to say about that.
Hey, she was looking good. Valentina was looking good when she answered that phone at the portrait gallery. Boy, that's it. That's it for me. Yo, that's the look for me.
Cuban
that's the look right there.
Is hit.
Yeah, that's my favorite look of the episode for her. Like, she knew she was about to sell some shit that day.
She do, but low key,
how much it costs?
Low key, she got the Jerry Seinfeld puffy shirt on though. Shouts out to Yada Bing, man.
She wear it a lot better than Jerry.
Yeah, she getting it off, but she has a fieriness to her. That's why I feel her and Gloria got such similarities. They're different, obviously, but I feel like she just has a certain fieriness about her that it's really dope. So I get what y'all talking about as far as that attractive thing with her with the puffy shirt. So yeah, he lets it marinate for a little bit, and then he thinks about the fact that Ralph has kissed her and touched her, like, and he just immediately hangs up, like, yeah. I got a lot of things that I can say right now that I'm not going to say. I'm just going to put it that way.
Same thing.
Okay, good, because I it's like there's some things are close to home here, but next thing we get, Carmela, she gets in a bird feeder, she collects. I
That's
think
a long ass shower right there too. How long you think it took her to go down there from
I mean, she got
the
to
time she grabbed the keys? Like she ain't do it as soon as he got in the shower. That nigga was singing and some more shit.
He was already in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Tony
like, how
probably
long of a
taking a
shower was
fifth.
it?
I probably think Tony probably taking a 15-minute shower. He probably really let it marinate. And so I think within that amount of time, she probably let him get in there for about 3-4 minutes. I think she literally got out there quick, boom, boom, came back upstairs, boom, we in.
That's fair.
We go
That is
back
fair.
to Paulie. He visits his ma. I got nothing
He
there.
making me eat alone.
Yeah, okay.
The greatest thing about this is the setup, though.
Yeah, it's just all set
What
up.
this is setting up for is it's amazing. And it's a credit to why this show is so good. It may not be great right now, but the setup for it is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it create these things. Even though we get these things create in the world that we live in now with Instagram and things and memes and stuff. All of this stuff works even better in this era. Like that, just the mundaneness, because you create such funniness within things that don't necessarily mean much to us as a viewer back then. So it works a lot better now, I think, than then. But yeah, the setup is brilliant.
Yes.
So Furio, is he at his dad's funeral in Naples?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's back in Naples, man. The architecture in Naples is just beautiful, man. That whole hill concept of how they built, it's just beautiful. But Furio, he's talking to his uncle, and his uncle pretty much tells him, like, you going after the mob boss's wife. He says pretty much you got to kill him or leave Carmela alone. Sound advice. Anything y'all want to add to that?
Man, his brother lived a full life, man. He had lots of women. That's the best you can hope for.
Yeah.
Great advice.
Nah, great advice, man. Like, when you I ain't even kissed her yet. Well, good. Don't do it. Like, you don't,
nigga. Matter of fact, stay over here. Don't even go back.
Oh, yeah.
My nigga, I've done some things in my day. Trying to fuck a mob boss's wife ain't one of them, bro. Like, you out of pocket.
I don't care if it is just Jersey, nigga. Like you wilding.
Straight up. Boy. Carmela, she's in the kitchen and they got the little mini TV in the kitchen. I always like this little TV. We're probably gonna be in that TV for this episode on YouTube. So but that little TV, so I don't know what this show is. I don't know if y'all know.
Mario Eats Italy.
Yeah, okay, Mario Eats Italy. But she literally sees this fat chubby dude with a ponytail and immediately starts thinking about Furio and his ponytail. Like, she's got it bad on some Usher Raymond type you know what I'm saying? For real. Like, that's crazy.
You think that's why she's even more mad that Tony is doing his thing, because she see 100%. This? Yeah.
100%.
And she thinking about this nigga and the forbidden fruit.
She'd be cool. She'd be cool if she could step out. She'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But see, Carmela, everybody has a code. Carmela has a code, and just like the rest of them, like they all got different codes. Mm-hmm. And her code is what's blocking her from doing this.
I don't think I just think nobody's pressed the buttons right. If there was somebody that came along and pressed the buttons right, as we'll see later, she would have folded. Just ain't nobody been like the contractor dude, the priest dude, even Furio. None of them can come through and press the buttons right. Like one, well, no spoilers, but none of them as this point in the episode has pressed the buttons right. Mm-hmm. If niggas come and press Carmela,
Vic was pretty close. Vic was pretty close. If he came back that day for that lunch,
he got out of there. He understood the consequences.
So you're saying if they are the aggressor, she's gonna let it happen and then be like, "Oh, I can't believe it." Okay,
she is folded.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, she's daydreaming about Furio, and that's pretty much it. I'm
so tired of that fucking song.
Oh my gosh, bro! Please
don't play that anymore.
Yeah, bro, he was humming that in the shower. She was in the shower when Tony poured the cold water. She was humming that damn song, man. You got me fucked up, man.
And they need to be humming up in the club.
Thanks.
Oh man, Spike, you got to check out my remix, man. We got.
I hit this nigga. I was like, "What's wrong with you, bro?"
Yeah, I made a remix.
That's all I said. I was like, "What's wrong with you?"
I don't know. I knew it was stupid when I made it, but So just go to our Good Earners page, y'all. Go check it out. It's remix, the Ralph remix, man. It's stupid in the bug, but yeah.
Hilarious.
But Ralph and Tony, they're at the Crazy Horse. Ralph has a weird way I think, of trying to display masculinity. And maybe, I don't know if y'all reading this here, but like around men that are more masculine by talking down to women. Like, cause he's doing this with Adriana. Like he's doing, yeah, gal, go ahead, get me the blah, blah, blah. Like that's his version. That's what he thinks. I feel like masculine, being a man, being like a tough guy, macho, whatever guy. And it just seems to backfire. And there's a moment where Ralph and Adriana, they're having this run in, but then Adriana says that my mom taught me not to talk to losers. And you can tell a lot about a man by how he treats a woman. Get the freak out of here, Adriana. What are you talking about? Your man literally slapped you in front of his friends. You slapped him back, and he just called you used goods. Come on,
damaged goods.
Well, she's just setting up for herself.
My bad.
Like Chris, she loved Chris though. Adriana ain't taking that shit from no other dude. Like as we can see here with Ralph, I think I respect this.
This man is doing
like women have a soft spot for men that they love. Ralph a dipshit. Like you ain't finna talk to me like this in my spot. Like fuck you.
You don't even pay your bill, bro.
Yeah, you don't even pay your, like, come on, bro. What are we talking about? I like the energy she had for him.
I didn't.
Whoa, really?
Your man does H. What do you like? Huh?
This ain't about Chris though. This is about Ralph.
Nah, bump that. Bump that. The pot calling the kettle black. Bump that. Like your man does H.
I can't agree.
And he's gonna get rid of one of the most special things in your life here soon.
But you only have that perspective because you know the insight of Chris.
Yeah, you're a viewer.
Look, I can stop here. I don't even have to go further. I got enough. This man threw your mom out the way and proposed to you standing up.
But we're not talking.
What I'm saying is, if you was just a regular, if you was a patron at this bar and you seen that, you would have been like, "Oh, okay, she's standing up for herself." You wouldn't know her home life and that, she got somebody doing all types of fuck shit to her.
I do like her standing.
She got to get it off somewhere. If she can't get it off with Chris.
Yeah,
like Adriana ain't that. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I do like her. I did like her standing up, but I just think the choice of words was like, nah.
She was too high. You thought she was too high and mighty?
Yeah, baby. That wasn't the one, baby. Like that was that one where you walk off and be like, why did I say that? Yeah, that's one of those.
I would a nigga like Ralph, man. You can't have no second thoughts with a bum ass nigga like that.
Chris is a bum.
Everything she did was great. Oh, you want more olives? I'm gonna bring you the whole bowl, bitch ass nigga. Like you figure it out, nigga.
That's funny. But Tony's trying to ask more questions about his childhood and this and that, and Ralph is just not going for it. It just speaks the difference to which is interesting because most wise guys would be like Ralph in these moments where it's like, bro, I'm not about to talk about none of this. Like we ain't talking feelings, we ain't talking none of that. So it's an interesting thing here in this moment. Anything else I want to add to this scene?
Just how Tony's on high alert. Like he's taking everything Melfi said. Now he's trying to get some more information. He's observing Ralph. He's asking questions. Obviously, we see Ralph's response, which plays into what we know, right into what Melfi said. Oh, there's some deep-rooted shit here, which leads to Tony wanting to know more. I need to do more investigation, more digging, the whole nine.
Yeah, I love how he's trying to go down a rabbit hole. I like that.
Oh, I will speak to the posture, though. You see that Tony is like sitting over there on the couch with his feet up, kind of really just, again, there's a certain kind of masculine chill to him. But you see Ralph, like it looks like he's putting on, you notice how Ralph changes his posture. He kind of like paused, but like kind of had a leg spread, like, and trying to chill. Like, dudes when they trying to put the extra, like, yeah, dude. Like, and it's just crazy how it speaks.
How's it go? What is it? What is it? What's it like?
I can hit rewind. But yeah, so the next scene, yeah, I can hit rewind. But like seriously though, it's like the posture difference is like it's definitely there. We get Paulie at Green Grove, and basically his mom is a crybaby and she's a tattletale. And anything else? That's pretty much it. Thank you.
Pretty much it. Like I know you upset, Paulie. I know you want to do all this, but let me tell you about your moms, so you can see the other side of it before you make your final decision. That's pretty much what the scene was. You right, Mo? Yeah.
Okay. Tony calls Chris, and I would say Chris is right here about Tony having mixed signals. That was really what I got. Though, Chris is, like I said, he's on that H, but I think he was right here. It's just like, bro, do you want us to do the thing or not do the thing? Like, you don't want to be involved, but you do want to be involved. What do you want us to do? Kind of like, but yeah, it was crazy. And then also talked. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I love how every time that Tony called Chris, he sleep. Like, bro, what the fuck are you on? Like, what are you doing? But yeah, that is anytime a superior gets too involved in what you're doing, it's like, all right, bro, you do the shit then. You told me you wanted me to handle it. I'm handling it. Now you got issues with the way I'm handling it, but you don't want to tell me how to handle it. Like, bro, I don't know what you want me to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's crazy waking up like. But then he talks to Valentina, and I just thought the fact that Tony has the duck off spots is just like, bro, Tony he's a different kind of guy, man.
Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.
Yeah, that part. Pretty much the young boys, Benny and other. Oh, actually, that's Little Paulie. So Benny, Fazio, and Little Paulie, they chased the old lady's son, the principal.
I'm not gonna say I wish I had this moment in high school, but if I saw some shit like this in high school, man, that would be. I'd still be having people buy me drinks for that story.
Facts.
Like, that is so wild to see your principal getting chased down the school halls.
Facts.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro. And like, you get sent to the principal's office, like, Mr. Hunter, hey, remember that? Remember you ran that 4-4?
You gotta resign, bro, because you ain't gonna tell me shit, bro.
Yeah, that's
call the mobsters back up here.
Well, that's that Kevin Hart. Yeah, man, who you talking to?
You could never tell me anything after this if I went to that school. Nigga.
You remember that Kevin Hart joke when he said he watched his stepdad or dad get beat up in front of him, and he had the nerve to have the authority to take out the trash. No, you take out the trash, Dad. Before I go call Terrence. Like, dude, this is crazy. This is one of those moments.
Shit. You can't tell me shit.
Nothing.
That nigga was hauling ass.
Yeah, he was out of there.
You know how fast you got to be running to be slipping when you turn the corner? Like, that nigga was out of here.
And then when you hit the ground, you're hoping, like, okay, they know the kids around. They're going to start. Oh, they're not stopping. I'm out of here. Like,
fuck all that. I'm surprised one of them niggas ain't tripping.
He should have took that ass whooping in the parking lot, man. What was you think he was going to run to? What was you going to run to your office? You get the ass whooping in your office? Like,
that's crazy. I don't even know how. Yeah, that's. But Valentina and Tony meet. He had a conversation. And he's like, "We can't do this. I already took his horse."
Already took his horse is crazy.
Like, it's wrong on so many levels. I already took his horse.
Because he meant that. That's what makes that line funny, because he meant that shit. Like, he didn't mean no harm, but he was like,
he was dead for real.
His horse. Like,
and the fact that he's comparing the horse
to her, yeah, that was crazy.
Like, Tony, why would you, like, you can't compare a horse to a human being, bro.
It's all the same to him.
Yeah, I know. Right. We find out, but like, yeah, it was just funny line. But this is, he said he liked her, and she slapped the taste out of his mouth, and she walks off. And
hey, man, he said that shit so serious. So for one, I already took it so
serious, bro. He was so serious
because he's operating in his Tony code. Like I said, everybody operating in their own code. Like that's everybody. So it's just like I can't take both you and his horse. So I already got the horse.
That might be that might be the nastiest line of the series so far.
I already took his horse.
Like comparing a person to horse.
Yeah, and not in a joking manner, like,
no, he dead serious.
Like, bro,
too.
Like the horse might be more important than you.
Right, the horse is kind of a flex for him. Like, I got that off. I got power mine. Like,
her little butt was jiggling in that dress mode. That's what I was talking. That was the scene.
Oh, this the scene? Okay, let me rewind back real quick.
She had a little jiggle right there.
I
maybe thought walking a little extra hard, but yeah, she had a little jiggle.
Okay, that kind of reminds me of that little high school jiggle where you like, okay, yeah, you
like, like that.
Yeah, that's about that. Okay, I see where you're going, Spike. I got you.
What Ace Boogie say? Little mosquito bite back there.
Mosquito bite. These young boys got to come up with some better.
Mosquito
Paid in full. This is
tucking that little butt. Ain't nobody trying to see that little butt.
Ace from Paid in Full.
Yeah,
okay,
Boogie, tuck that little butt in. I'm trying to see that.
All right. Carmela stole 50 G's, 40 G's?
40 G's.
40 G's. And she's investing in different stock basically at 9.9 grand a piece, right? Because they can't, at 10, they have to report
It's not necessarily stock.
So it's stocks and bonds and.
Yeah, it's like IRAs. These are like things that will hold their value. She doesn't have to worry necessarily about losing it. It may not gain as much money as it would if it were in the stock market, but it won't lose any value per se. So that was the thing. That was the most important thing.
Okay.
It was still bullshit.
Tell you a quick pet peeve about mine, especially when it comes to business. Mind your fucking business. Don't give him no little slick comment about it's interesting that at 10,000 you gotta. They ain't got shit to do with you, bro. I ain't asked to give you 10,000.
Take this commission. I'm giving you
9.9,
bro. Exactly. Take this commission and shut the fuck up, nigga.
Bro, I was in
your insight.
Bro, I was in Walmart and I asked the dude like, hey, I didn't see a tag on this, man. I was trying to see what the price is. Dude says, hey, you know, they got a Walmart. He said, yeah, I'll look this price up for you, but yeah, they got a Walmart app now, so you can actually, look up the item. I said, yeah, I appreciate that, but I just want to know the price though, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate your thoughts. What the fuck is the price?
That like, part. Like, I don't.
You work here. I don't.
Yeah, I don't even like. Oh, I got that. I don't want the app. Like, what if I ain't got the space, my nigga? Like, I don't got it on my phone, bro. You got it. Get it done. Like, I do not.
I came in here to do this transaction. That's what we doing. All the extra comments and all this other shit. Mm-hmm. Are we at 10,000? Nope. So why the fuck you bringing it up?
Yeah, it's about money.
Nothing to do with me. This don't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Stop playing with me.
Yeah. You can look up the item or get the over it. In the words of
Carl, you know what? You know what, Spike? Mo, you're right. It was 50 grand. I just noticed at the top, Charles Schneer, that first bank, she put 9.9 times 2.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay.
So it's 50 grand because she got one more to go. So you're right. She took 50.
So 50 out of the 200 grand.
Okay,
they had the bird
whatever
feeder.
Was in there.
Stealing 50 grand from your husband is insane.
She ain't stealing.
Nasty.
She definitely stole it.
It's not stolen.
That's stolen money.
It's not stolen.
It's stolen, my nigga.
Did she ask for it?
I have a job in my job.
Stolen, my nigga.
You stole my heart. Nah. Tony's walking in the mall again, and he pulls out the Valentina Lopez.
Whatever New Jersey mall this is, up to 3 times a week. This is psycho behavior. Like, go to the gun range, bro. Like, go to a car show. Golf. Yeah, like just walking around the mall is insane.
I mean, because he's a regular dude. He don't know what to really do for real. Like, that's just it's so hard.
Crazy
for us. We would get this off.
Could you imagine going to the mall 3 days a week and just walking around?
No,
3 days. Nah, I probably say 2 days. I could probably do it. Like, okay, I'm checking some items. 3 days is like that is really pushing. Yeah, they got to have a food item at that point that I really enjoy.
Because my browsing and walking the mall days are so long going. If I'm going to the mall, I know exactly what I need.
I'm going to get something, and I'm in and out. Exactly. I ain't looking around. I ain't going to several different stores.
That's facts. Yeah, it ain't what it used to be.
A nigga might hit the food court. Maybe.
If the mall is close to my job, maybe I'll go walk around on like a couple days a week. But that's insane.
If we're on like a waiting list for like we trying to do cheesecake, like here it is connected to the mall. Let's say it's a 40-minute wait. We might walk around the mall until the wait.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, you already there.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, hit us, boom. We coming out the mall right to the cheesecake.
But me not having anything to do and heading to the mall and walking around,
never. Never. Bro. You know, the mall for us is Amazon.
Yeah, like I get this shit on my phone.
Yeah, Amazon is the mall. Every page I go through is a different store and different floor, bro. But yeah, Tony visits Janice.
That's great.
Yeah, Tony uses the Army conversation as a thing when it comes to getting this info. This is a seed that was sown, I feel, for a later season. $3,000. Where'd you come up with that? I feel like that was an amount that you would pay. It's ridiculous to say $3,000 to get these answers like it's $300. That's a tax check, bro.
Janice Soprano, bro.
God.
Think about this.
Come on, man.
We talked about it earlier. It alludes to where Tony is. I got $6,500 just to pay for this drawing, just to link up with her. I got $3,000 to pay to Janice. Like, I'm Big Boss Tony. Mm-hmm. That's just another example of maybe 2 years ago, maybe he would have said, man, kiss my ass.
And this get perfect point, Rich. This gives us, like, I love, and I keep saying this on other episodes, I've said this, how they indirectly tell us how Tony is continuously moving up the ranks as far as mob boss. Like, Janice is paying attention. If ain't nobody paying attention, Janice is paying attention.
She a pocket watcher.
Yeah, absolutely. So you walk in here, you want information about Ralph? Okay, let me see how 3 racks.
Mhm.
Because I know you can afford it. I know what you got going on right now. I'm fucking with Bobby. Bobby may who told her whatever it may be that Junior and told him indirectly. Yeah, 3 racks. Come on with it.
And for Tony, it's like,
and he said yes, like she said, it's a number.
well, it makes me feel good inside. What do you think? I'm a toxic person? Like, it makes him feel good inside to do stuff for it. Like, he might as well get something out of the deal because he feel good to do something for his sister, regardless.
Female version of him, man. That's the
yeah, like he feel like, let's be real. Like Tony, he ain't been around in a grip, and her and Ralph ain't together no more. Her and Bobby, he's congratulating. They went out for dinner last episode, but it's like, I feel good giving you 3,000 just to be my sister. Might as well get something out of the deal. Like, because Tony's that type of person.
And I love the dance that they play.
Yeah.
I love her like acting offended. Like, what? Why would I betray my confidence? Is like, what are you talking? I love it. And how Tony is like, man, come on, with this bullshit. You my sister. I know you're gonna tell me. You just gotta give me the price. Like, get to the price so we ain't gotta go through I like those conversations with family are some of the funnest things. Like, cause you know, like they know you and you know them. Like, what we talking
bro?
about?
And you tell them straight up, like, you start laughing.
About, bro? Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, bro.
And it's another great character trait of Tony, man. Most people, 99% of people would have just said 3,000 cool, like some of my info. Tony had to know, like, how'd you come up with that? This for somewhere in the future, I might need to know this. So I need to know how you even calculated that. I'm like, okay, then cool. Like, this is me trying to find out more about how you think. Because I know I'm going to need this in the future.
One of my favorite one-liners from the show. Put over to the note.
You know, you come up with that. Well, he bottoms from the top. That's pretty much what she reveals.
Shout out to
classic line. When you said it last week, I completely forgot about it, man.
Yeah. It's like you don't even know what that means. It just sounds off. Like that's what makes it funny to me. I don't even know what that means.
Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative.
It gets the people going.
TD Jakes know what it means.
Oh, my dog. Oh, whoa, my dog. Dave Chappelle over here. Cat Williams over
allegedly. Allegedly. I don't want him to shut us down.
Skip, listen. No.
She said it, so everybody's saying so much funny shit, but they dead ass serious when they say it. She said he bottoms from the top. Like, I don't even know what that means.
Like, she had been waiting to get into that. Like, I've been dying for a nigga to ask me about this. That was Janice's approach. It's like, I'm glad I can finally tell somebody.
Yeah, she is. She's like, yeah, basically had me pimping them, had me doing some things, you know, using some other things and all that, yada, yada. And we immediately cut to a scene of
Wait. Tony face, though. Tony face when she was like, you made me fucking with a strap on and call her my bitch.
He was like, what?
Yo, like, that's crazy. Like, because you're like, yo, my sister is like my brother right now.
Damn, bro. That shit was good, man. That was a great scene. Right
and he was so happy because he went straight to Valentina.
The next scene was like perfect. That was perfect. That's all I needed to hear.
Tony's nodding like, my nigga. like the way he died, he's like, yeah, my nigga.
Best $3,000 I ever spent.
Best $3,000.
This nigga is a weirdo.
Like, yeah, this guy is weird. But then we cut to the next scene and it's Tony and Valentina, but this man, like, it's obviously post climax, and like he's smiling and they got to it like she's a virgin. Like, this man did an investigation like, oh, I just need to find out she was a virgin, bro. Like, no, it's just hilarious to me, like the level of investigation. But I do think it's a seed sown of like him trying to figure out something else. Like he alluded to the army thing, you know, like don't say nothing, whatever, you know, back in the day or whatever. For a storyline that we'll see later in the series, but I feel like if y'all really pay attention to him investigating, it's a little bit of a seed sown of what would have probably been the process if things that developed the way they did later in the season. One of our characters that we had theories about earlier in this season, a part of the Aprio crew. But yeah, it's just a few cuts real quick. Tony checks the bird feeder, realizes money's missing. We got the Green Grove scene.
Bro, Charles up.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, yo,
That
get
nigga
with it.
arm broke.
Which I felt the old lady. She's like, I'm 84 years old. I ain't got to fake to like anybody. Which I felt that. I'm like, yo, I'm old enough.
Bitch, who paying the bills?
Yeah, exactly. But no, they
Who
was on
paying
it though. The
bills?
wifey was on it though.
You want to
Like,
go? You want to go to the state-run facility? You
yeah,
want to stay
put it
here?
on that because Green Grove was one of them spots. Yeah, so
that was a great call. I'm sorry, that was just a great call back to earlier this episode when we first met the older ladies, and she said something about that wife of his talking about her son. This is the perfect call back and circle back to that because she the one telling him like, nah, you up out of here if you don't play by the rules.
Yep. And this is what I was saying before. Like I said, I know we agree to disagree. But Tony, he after he's already checked the bird feed, he goes upstairs. He's taking his watch off. And he sees the nail next to his change. So that right there is where I still stand where I stand as far as like, even if the reaction was, oh, this is not broken, whatever. But he goes downstairs, makes some coffee, decaf, never mind. Then they have this little standoff. They're like, you want to say something? Nah. You want to say something? Nah. And it's pretty much that is pretty much how the episode ends. Anything y'all want to add to that last scene between Carmela and Tony?
Clear up for me what you were saying about the nail. What'd you say?
Well, I'm saying, so he checked the bird feeder. He realized money was missing. Mm-hmm. But he already came back in the house. So he could have snapped right there. But instead, he goes upstairs and he looks and he puts his watch on the counter and realizes the nail is next to the quarters. So it's like
he could have snapped right there because no one knew that. No one's supposed to know that money's out there.
That's exact, and
so
that's
I can't
the whole
come in going crazy because no one knew I was hiding his money out here.
That's why the lock issue. That's why the lock issue is a big deal.
See, that's why I think it's different. Again, we
don't have to relive it.
Hash it out.
She wasn't supposed to know that it was out there. I'll say that. Like she did know. Like we all understand that as viewers, but she wasn't supposed to know. So if I'm hiding this from my wife, I can't go out there, look at it, see that it's gone, and come back in wilding. Mm-hmm. I got to do some investigating first if I got any decorum about myself, which is why I like this scene.
Mm-hmm. Because Carmela will guess. Go ahead.
Yeah, versus if a motherfucker go and break the lock on my bird feeder and no one thinks any money in there, like who in the fuck would do that? Like who's been back here? Mm-hmm. So.
Because it's always that doubt, man. Like I said earlier, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Carmela will gaslight the fuck out of Tony when he comes back in there, like she's doing in this scene. Like, you sure there's not something you want to talk about? She knows. She knows she planted that nail. She knows she took that money. But she knows Tony can't prove it. So if you can't prove it, I know my husband well enough to know that he's not going to go off because he's trying to put the pieces together. He's asking, AJ, you've been outside lately? Has anybody been come by to clean out the pool? Because it doesn't make sense. Like, yo, the shit's still locked. The keys are with me. They're on my person. Like, how did Carmela even get in here? Like, there's so many questions that he's trying to calculate. So if he did snap on her, like, it wouldn't have made no sense. Now, if that lock was broken, now I know for certain I didn't break this lock. One of y'all motherfuckers did it. Or if it's not even worse, I got another problem outside where somebody's breaking in our shit that don't even live here. Yep. That's all of that. He would have had to get to the bottom of it just for a piece of mind.
There's a lot more panic with the lock being broken versus me finding the nail. Like, at least me finding the nail and being Tony Soprano, shout out to Artie, and moving a couple steps ahead. At least me finding the nail, being like, oh, damn. I might have fucked up.
And that's our episode. We thank y'all for tuning in. It's been another dope experience. Hope y'all had as much fun as we have had as much fun presenting it to you all. But before we get out of here, we got to have a ranking system. Somebody said that every episode is made. That is not true. But we love y'all for feeling that way. I thought that way before we started this, but we realized that is not true.
That's our dog in London. Dean.
That's our dog in London. Shouts out to him. Yeah. But Spike, how do you rank this episode?
This is a good envelope.
Wait. It's a good earn or just another envelope?
Good earn. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was trying to. I was
like, whoa, wait. I was throwing like, wait a minute. We come up with a whole one in between. Like, gotcha. Good earner. Okay. Fair enough. Rich, how do you rank this episode?
It's a good earner episode.
It's a good earner.
Yeah, it's funny because first watch it was just another envelope.
Mm-hmm.
I'd even say the first like 25 minutes you feel like it's going just another envelope, and then it just picks up. It picks up, man, because even the mundane stuff is entertaining. So
there's so many seeds planted in this episode. That's the reason that I bumped it up from just another envelope to Good Earner, because there's so much stuff here that's gonna play out in a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think same thing y'all said. Like it started off for me just another envelope, and doing this review, it actually turned into a Good Earner. So this is a Good Earner for me. Spike, who gets the Good Earner chain for you this episode?
The Good Earner chain.
Mm-hmm. Been giving out chains all season, brother.
The Good Earner chain for me in this episode. I was on the fence, and it's I never want to give it to Tony.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with what's the Gumar's name? What's the chick
Valentina?
that was dating Ralph? I'm gonna go with Valentina.
Valentina, that's a good choice.
She got a commission from the $6,500 sale. She got to fuck with Tony over Ralph. So yeah, I'm gonna go with her.
That's a good pick. What say you, Rich?
Well, Carmela Soprano, man. Carmela came up, bro. Got 50,000 from the bird feeder, but it's not even about the money. It's the fact that she got the checkmate on Tony.
Yeah.
She knows that he knows. I know that you know that I know.
What you gonna do about it?
Now, what you gonna do about it? That, and this will go. I guess this will go straight into my favorite moment or favorite scene. Is this final scene? It goes straight when she said, "You sure there's not something you want to talk about?" And Tony's like, "No." And he takes that pregnant pause. Like what? And she gives that smirk, like that little chuckle, like, "Huh, yeah, nigga, you checked that bird feeder, didn't you? Yeah, but you ain't got the nuts to say nothing, do you?" That moment right there was just beautiful.
Nail.
You seen that nails, yeah, all of that, bro. You tie it all in, man. It was just a beautiful moment because you see Tony controlling everything in his life. He's moving all the chess pieces around, but at the crib, the most unassuming person, he don't know, man. I love that scene. I love the fact that they playing that little cat and mouse game. That shit would drive me fucking nuts. Like, damn, did she really just steal 50,000 from me?
You just got.
Like, do I really want to blow up this whole house right now without having 100% proof?
Gotta hold it.
Man, I would be sick behind that.
Gotta hold that joint. I'm going Janice Soprano, man. Pause. You right about that.
Big pause. She's beats.
Gotta hold that joint. It was crazy.
Man, I mean, what are you gonna do? That's crazy. Joints in this world is a pause. Like, ain't that something? But Janice Soprano, man, making 3 bands off of revealing information about Ralph is brilliant. Thank you.
Something that she wanted to tell anyway.
And she wanted to tell anyway. And it's just like, I'm already over him. I'm already past him. I'm already with Bacala. Easy work. So she collected 3 bands off her brother just off of some info. So I definitely give her the Good Earner. And she killed the scene for the small portion she had. Broken Balls Award. Spike Lou. Who gets the broken balls for this episode?
Ralphie. Easily. Ralphie, like, he lost his bitch. Like, people are telling stories about him out in the streets. He has no clue that people are talking about. Yeah. Like, it's a rough road for Ralph, man, as we'll see in the next episode. But I gotta go Ralph.
Good call. What say you, Rich?
That's the answer, man. It's Ralph. For everything Spike said. And not just that, but people are looking at you, people being Tony, from a psychological standpoint. Like, what is it to this dude? Like, now I want to know more about your childhood, how you was raised. Ralph just took a ton of L's this episode. Broken balls. No pun intended.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
He would like that Broken Balls Award.
He'd love
Ralph
that.
Would like that.
He would like Greater Balls Award. Look, get us out of here, man.
Mr. Take It Too Far, man. We got to start calling you that, Mo. Mr. Take It Too Far.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
You need people like me. My Broken Balls Award is going to go to it's like, I want to go Paulie's mom, but I just don't. I'll go Paulie, man. He just looking like a sucker in the light. Like, you Tony's out here making big boss moves. I mean, of course, we know he just got off the HUD scam. Even Ralph was involved with that. You just got out of jail, and your affairs are you're dealing with senior citizen politics. Like, how lame are you? Like, you're sitting here literally having your goons run up on a principal because his old lady mom won't hang with your mom. Like, you're lame, bro. Seal and High Chris are taking care of real business, and you're sitting here doing senior citizen affairs.
That's a good one.
You a bum, bro.
That's a good one.
Paulie Walnuts.
That's why you're not earning like you need to be earning.
That's a
you
fact,
about
bro.
The wrong shit.
You worry about the wrong things. Lastly, your favorite moment, Spike Lee, from this episode.
It was definitely, I got 1A and 1B. 1A was Tony and Carmela at the end. That was great.
Yeah, that's one of the
best.
best.
One of the best scenes of the series for me, as far as you want to play cat and mouse, nigga, let's play. But 1B would be Tony and Janice. I love Tony being able to see someone that's just like him, there's someone that gets him, and like, nah, we finna, like, you want this, I'm gonna charge you for it, just like he would. So yeah, 1A would be the end scene of the episode, but 1B would definitely be Tony and Janice.
Okay, what about you, Rich?
I already explained mine when I gave my award, but it's the end scene with Tony and Carmela. It's an incredible scene. My favorite, I know we don't do one-liners, but that I already took his horse, man. That is classic.
Yeah, that might be a shirt.
I already took his horse.
Yeah, I'm up on you. I got ups on you, bro. I took your horse. Let me finish that. And mine is going to be Valentina talking to Tony at the phone booth, talking that talk.
Talking that talk.
She was talking that talk, and it was serious. Like, I was like, hey, yo, you got to relax, baby. Don't do that. I'm with my guys, and we are on a date. Please don't come talking to me like that. So she got that off. So that's definitely my favorite moment of this episode. And that is our episode, man. We thank y'all for tuning in. Again, if y'all want to reach us, Good Earner Pod _Sopranos on Instagram. Y'all can DM us there. Y'all can find some funny memes too. I don't make them as often as I used to, but go check out some of the classic old ones, man. There's a lot of funny stuff. I just don't do it as often. Y'all can also reach us, goodearnerpod@gmail.com. Y'all can hit us on YouTube, like, subscribe, share, all of those good things. Leave a comment. Apple Podcast, Spotify, all of those great things. If y'all really a fan of us, we have a lot of other podcasts, a lot of things going. Y'all can check in the description. If y'all want to support us in our other endeavors, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. And remember, don't forget about it.